And what's good, everyone? Happy Saturday out to you guys once again here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Incredible game going on as I'll be covering the play-by-play. Great matchup here on the channel for today. First of three, part of a triple header. You got number 13 ranked West Virginia taking on number 12 ranked Texas, as this game is at Texas, and looks like straight up 3 o'clock Eastern time start time, as we're already done with the pregame, and right now they already tipped this one off. So we started off. Glad to have you guys on board. Hit me up in the chat. By the way, who you got in this one? If you're going out for West Virginia, you got Texas here. Glad to have you guys back in here. Texas with a quick 2 as we just started up. Gonna get to the chat in just a moment here. What's good? Warren, Vegas here. Lost Pupper, welcome to the stream here. We got Vaughn as well. Jennifer, welcome back here. Hope all is going well with you guys out there. And if you guys are out in Texas, sending my thoughts out to everybody out in Texas with what's been going on throughout the ice storm. Diamond McCrab, welcome back in here. He's taking Texas by 6, 81-75. Goody, welcome onto the stream. We got Bradley and Uncle Luke as well. Another day for college hoops indeed. So we just started off 2-zip Texas. West Virginia went inside their first possession. And Derek Culver, he got fouled, so he's going to go to the line and shoot 2. So first free throw by Culver, missed it off the back iron, as this one just tipped off 40 seconds through. Uncle Luke going out for West Virginia. Rutgers or Maryland for tomorrow. I'm going to take Rutgers there for that one, Brian. Welcome aboard. CF, welcome in the stream. He's taking Texas for this one. Jack, welcome in here. Yeah, dude. Kentucky beat down Tennessee by a bunch today. Second free throw, good by Culver, so Texas has it back. And a quick personal foul picked up around the perimeters by Sean McNeil here for West Virginia. The clock will stop again with 19-12. Thomas, welcome to the stream. Jennifer going out for Texas by 10. Jackson, welcome to the stream here. I'm going to take West Virginia. This one tight game, 81-79. I'm going to take West Virginia by 2. This could very well have potential to be a game of the year here. Texas, a 3 and they drill it at the left wing perimeter. Goes down by Ramey. So first game of the season they took on each other was at West Virginia. Texas won with a game-winning shot by Andrew Jones. It was back in early January, and this one should be another great game. Yeah, it's crazy. 22 days till Selection Sunday, man. Unbelievable how time just flies by. So West Virginia gets the basketball. 1 minute through so far. Miles McBride bounce pass top of the key. Ball now to the hands of Emmett Matthews. Moves it over to McBride here at the right wing. Pass over right baseline to Culver. Culver inside as he's going to get denied. Gets it back, though, as Culver floats it up. No good. Offensive rebound keeps alive by Matthews. And the whistle blows here. Say that it's going to be a possession tie-up. It's going to be West Virginia basketball. Yeah, Vaughn puts out about the Discord last night with he had to share his voice out there for the first time. What's good, Logan? Welcome on to the stream here, man. Mike, welcome in here. No Florida State today. After this one, it's going to be Louisville, UNC, and then later tonight it's Lakers Heat. What's good, John G. Bochurch, welcome in the stream right now. Bochurch taking Texas here. And this one, John G. going out for West Virginia by 10. Yeah, it's going to be a great game tomorrow there for Uncle Luke puts out. Michigan, Ohio State, going to be a great stream. If you guys are new in the stream right now, I cover play-by-play. College games, also NBA games. Spike the thumbs up if you guys are new. Hit the subscribe if you're really digging the content here on the channel. Jackson going out for the Horns here by 5. Who do I think is going to win today, TCU or Kansas State? I would take TCU for that one. Kansas State only has one conference victory. That was against Iowa State, who's winless in the Big 12. So West Virginia gets the inbound. McBride floats it up with the right elbow, and that is good for 2 by Miles McBride. So he is on the board. Culver with a free throw and McBride with 2. Texas, the top scorer, Ramey with a 3-point shot and Jericho Sims with a shot inside. Texas possession now. They're going to take it past half court. They pass it underneath over to Greg Brown. Deflected, though, out of bounds. Last touch by West Virginia, so it's going to go back over to Texas. Yeah, Bradley, a Louisville fan, cannot wait for the next stream. Cards finally back. 19 days of not playing, and they're finally back to action. Texas will get the inbound underneath. They pass it over to the left wing perimeter. Longhorns dribble top of the key, ball into the hands of Ramey. Moves over to Coleman, bounce pass now inside over to Jericho Sims, backs his way on Culver. Sims inside the post. He's going to go up and under, no good off the backboard. Great defense by Culver, and West Virginia gets the rebound. McNeil passes over to the left corner, 3 in the air, got it. Dials it up in transition by Jalen Bridges. West Virginia, they are malito from 3-point range this season. 17:40 left to go. It's going to be Texas basketball. Texas at the left wing. They're going to take it left baseline, floats it up. That's contact and a foul. So West Virginia personal. I think it's picked up. It's by McNeil here as the clock will stop. What seed if it was today here? Good question there. I think both of these teams right now probably looking at a 3 seed. So I would go for both of these teams as a 3 seed. First free throw, Texas missed it. Off the back iron, no good by Ramey. Which players owns this game here for each team do I think? So Andrew Jones, does he do it again? I'm going to say it's probably more of like a Matt Coleman type of game here for Texas. And for West Virginia, I'm going to go for Miles McBride for this one. I think he's going to have a huge game. McBride, he has turned it up lately. He is low-key underrated. And I think both of these teams very well could have a deep tournament run. 1 for 2 at that trip at the free throw line by Texas is going to be the West Virginia as they get the basketball. Mountaineers deep 2, they will take it. Off the back iron, no good. McBride missed it, and it's going to get rebound by Texas. What's good, Ethan? Welcome onto the stream here. Texas inside, good for 2 as they lay it up and in by Andrew Jones. So Longhorns on top so far. 17-15 left to go in the first half. Great game. So we got here. I think it's going to come down right to the wire. Left baseline dribble. Bridges has it. Passes over to Culver around the perimeter. Culver dribbles now at the free throw circle. Spin move on Sims. Shot fake. Puts it up and under him. And that's good for 2. And ties up at 8 apiece. Yeah, we are on the road here to 10K. We're just over 100 subs away here from 10K. It's amazing like how much we have grown. When I covered the NBA Finals last year, it just blew up like in August, September, into October inside the NBA bubble. It was incredible last year. Texas bounce pass inside, and they're going to throw it down. That's good for 2 by the Longhorns. West Virginia has it back. Moves it outside to McBride. McBride passes over to Culver, top of the free throw circle. He is guarded by Sims. Dribbles, takes the jumper off the back iron. Tipped up off the glass, and Texas is going to come up with a rebound. They take it past half court. Coleman, open 3. He will dial it up and drills it at the left wing by Matt Coleman in Texas, with the largest lead of the game right now, up by 5. Alabama squeaking it out. Tight game there. Thanks so much for the update, guys. Alabama beats Vanderbilt by 4, 82-78. West Virginia now has the ball. They move it out. Taz Sherman, he's going to take a 3. Missed it off the back iron, no good though. He had space and rebound by the Longhorns. Texas pass inside off the feed, deflected. Greg Brown gets it back, dribbles outside, right corner 3 by Brown. Missed it, offensive rebound, keeps alive, good for 2. With a putback goes down by Jericho Sims. Texas looking good so far. Couple big plays, especially when it comes to out rebounding on the glass so far in this one. 10-2 run by Texas, 15-8. Longhorns lead it, going to a timeout taken by West Virginia with around 15.5 left to go. Alright, so right now we're going to go on a timeout currently in this one. Man, I think we're going to have a great game. Comes right down to the wire right now. If you guys are new in the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. If you like to be notified about future play-by-play live streams, I cover college basketball games, also NBA games here in Behind Eric Basketball, and this one is going to be a big one for sure tonight. Who's the better overall team? Great question there, Jackson, because I think both of these teams reflected by how they are in the standings here. They're both tied for 4th in the Big 12 and 13 and 12 with their rankings here. Yeah, the Big 12 is stacked. Who's the better overall team? Good question. So right now I go with Texas since they won the head-to-head. It was at West Virginia. I'm going to take West Virginia for my prediction in this game. Reason why is West Virginia's 3-point shooting. It's been great lately. for West Virginia. And without Oscar Tshiebwe in the team no longer, this team, their offense has gotten better without him. But both of these teams, I'm still debating who I want to take to the Final Four. And both of these teams, very well, they are candidates to potentially be there. I've got them around my Elite 8 Final Four area. I'm trying to figure out that fourth team that I want to advance. It's going to come down to the rest of the season here. Ethan going to take Texas by 5 in this one. Hey, what's good, Jose? Welcome to the stream here. Internet slow on his phone. Sorry to hear that, man. He's going to his new house moving again. Best of luck in your move there, bud. Yeah, how about Landon's Kentucky Wildcats upsetting number 19 Tennessee? I think Tennessee's going to drop out of the top 25. That's just big-time loss, 70-55. Kentucky won that one. Couple scoreboard updates going on for college hoops. Alabama outscored Vanderbilt, able to win it for Alabama. Tight game, though, 82-78 in that one. Alabama, like, around a month ago, they were just wrecking opponents left and right, scoring triple digits up on the board. And now it's just come back to earth. Now Alabama's playing a lot of close games. So around a month ago, I really debated if Alabama was going to be in my Final Four, but now I don't have them there because they've really come back to earth like last month or so. Yeah, my Final Four, it's Gonzaga, Baylor, Florida State. And then, yeah, either one of these teams or possibly Michigan. The only thing is, I don't know if I can fly with 3 1 seeds into the Final Four. That's the only thing there, though. Which, these two teams right here, I'm going to have to see how it goes down throughout the rest of the season. Texas, at times, they've been cold from 3, where West Virginia, they've been hot from 3 for the season. What's good, McKeel? Welcome to the stream here, bud. Appreciate it for dropping them by. Does Greg Brown declare here? Yes. I think Greg Brown's going to declare for the NBA draft. I've got him in the first round. So I think Greg Brown going to be drafted in the first round. So we are back into action. West Virginia they're going to get fouled on a deep 2 shot. Clock will stop with 15:25 as we're back into this game. What's good, Mr. Doman? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Notre Dame, they've been getting sneaky victories as of late for sure. And last time I checked, they were beating Syracuse by a bunch. Yeah, 58-41. Tough for Syracuse if they do end up losing that one, because that's going to drop them to 12-7, and that's a tough one. A very tough one. First free throw, West Virginia, good. Bob Huggins ever win a national championship? Possibly here in the future. I think it's going to be tough to get past Gonzaga and Baylor, but you honestly never know. West Virginia played Baylor the closest out of West Virginia played Gonzaga the closest out of anybody. And hopefully that game against Baylor actually does happen coming up. Texas in transition takes a 3. They're going to drop it down. That's good. So Longhorns looking good right now, 18-9. As they get it back, pass inside, and they're going to throw it down. Two-handed jam by Jericho Sims. Man, Texas out to a hot start. 14:50 left to go in the first half. West Virginia has it. Bounce pass now inside over to McBride. McBride lost control of it. His pocket was picked there, and Texas comes up with a steal on the key. Here goes the Longhorns. Bounce pass. Right baseline, Greg Brown moves it outside. Coleman over to the top of the key to Jones. He will take a 3 off the mark, no good. And West Virginia comes up with a board. 14:25 left to go. West Virginia basketball. Of course, no matter how far they are down, no lead is comfortable, as we have seen this season. Floater, good for 2 at the left baseline, goes down by Emmett Matthews. I get to cover that 19-point comeback against Oklahoma State. Of course, lesson learned here. If you're playing West Virginia, no lead is comfortable, even up by double digits. Texas, right corner 3, missed it. Offensive rebound, man. Massive throwdown off the rebound by Jericho Sims. So Texas up by 11 again. Kansas looking good. Thanks so much for the update there, bud. Kansas up by 10 against Texas Tech. Away from the basketball, Texas going to pick up another personal foul. Clock will stop once again. So we got just under 14 minutes left to go. Hey, we got a dono. Appreciate it. Jennifer here on the channel for the dono. Let's get that dono hype down in the chat for Jennifer here. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much for stopping on by again. And if you guys are out in Texas, send my thoughts and prayers out to you guys out there in that crazy ice storm that's gone on. If anybody's still out there without power. Inbound for West Virginia. Mountaineers pass it over left baseline dribble, as they will pass it around the perimeter once again. They take it inside, puts up a shot, circus type of shot, able to get it a fall. Good for two by Gabe Ajaboyan, and a foul. So West Virginia going to go to the line, shoot one. What's good, Steven? Welcome to the stream here, man. Hope all is going well. We got 60 people on the stream. You guys are awesome. Real MVPs out here on the stream today. If you guys are digging the content, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well if you like to be notified about future play-by-play live streams. I cover college basketball games, also NBA games here on the channel, and for sure, gonna definitely be covering some awesome NCAA tournament games right after Selection Sunday, as we're gonna have some good ones. Free throw is good. 3-point play complete by West Virginia, and 22-14 now the score. We have 13.5 left to go. It's going to be Texas ball. Longhorns going to dribble past half court. It is Andrew Jones now, as he is double team. Moves it out to the right wing to Brock Cunningham. Cunningham passes left baseline. Now they pass it off the cut inside, and that's good for two. Underneath by Royce Ham. What's the biggest missing piece here for West Virginia? I'd probably go for another front court player alongside Culver, since Sheway's no longer in the team. West Virginia, that was a quick bucket there. As they go coast to coast, lay it up and in. Texas has it back as the Longhorns going to take a three. They're going to say, though, away from the basketball, though, there's another offensive foul picked up by Texas here, so that's going to be a turnover. West Virginia going to have it back. So it's going to be Mountaineers ball, 24-16. Another dono, Jackson. Really appreciate it with a dono, brother. You guys are awesome here. Let's get that dono hype here from my man Jackson out on the stream. A 3-point shot, West Virginia. Got it. They dialed up top of the key. They've got a lot of great backcourt pieces, and this has been the 6th man of the season here. Actually, they're going to roll the 2. His foot was on the line, so it's a 2 by Taz Sherman, deep 2, as his foot was on the line there at the top. Texas goes inside, missed it off the mark. Rebound, West Virginia. Left baseline, deep 2. Mountaineers take it, they miss it off the mark. Rebound, Texas. Longhorns will dribble past half court. 12-15 left to go in the first half. This game's speeding along right now. The open 3, Cunningham. Overshot the rim, no good. Air ball, rebound back to the Mountaineers. Steven, welcome to the stream. Dave McCormick improving for Kansas there, yeah. When they played, yeah, when I covered him the last time against Oklahoma State, he had a huge game in that one. Syracuse in it, back to single digits there. That is huge for Syracuse, because Syracuse still has like a slim but fighting chance to possibly make the tournament. If they lose against Notre Dame, it's going to be really tough. So Ethan going for North Carolina by 4 later. Also going for the Heat tonight by 2 in that one. I'm going to take the Lakers for that one for tonight here. I think there's a couple of questions earlier today about what my predictions were for that one. So I'm going to go Lakers later today, and also going to go North Carolina. And let's see, Aaron, welcome to the stream here as I scroll up in the chat here. Florida State or Pittsburgh? I'm going to take Florida State for that game. Alright, so there was a foul committed by Texas, West Virginia. Going to the free throw line. First one is good. Second one is good. They've pulled win in 4 now, and it's 24-40, or 24-20. Hey, welcome on the stream here, Victor. Appreciate the brother for dropping by here, taking the Mountaineers for this one. Is there a 12-team tournament? There's the round of 64 is what they have for the March Madness tournament. They actually have it for 68, but for more simpler terms or so, it's the actual first round is 64 after the first 4 with the playing rounds occurs. But the Big 12 always does the conference tournament, so they have their own conference tournament for the Big 12 to crown the Big 12 tournament champion. That's the 10 teams out of the Big 12 that play in the conference tournament. So they only have 10 teams in the conference. Okay, so additional free throws attached to Brock Cunningham. He got called for a technical for Texas, and it leads to additional free throws by West Virginia, and now it's a 2-point game. 13-4 run by the Mountaineers last 3 minutes. As we got 11:45 left to go in the first half. Texas has the basketball. They get it here, top of the key with Courtney Ramey as he dribbles towards his left double team. Passes over to the left corner as Coleman takes the open three and he drills it. So West Virginia tried to put on a double team but left Coleman wide open there. How many pros does Texas have in the squad right here? Does Coleman make it of just a career or G League? Probably going to say right now just the G League for Coleman. I do like Greg Brown, though. I think he has a huge future for Greg Brown. So he is just really explosive. Great to watch him this season. As we're going to go on the timeout right now. 27-22. It's been a good one so far. Alright, so right now on the timeout here. North Carolina, they have a schedule update here. UNC gonna... Wow. Oh, man, they're going to play Marquette. Some non-conference hoops right there. So, yeah, UNC took on Northeastern. Now they're going to take on Marquette. Wow. That's actually quite a gamble right there. Because Marquette's nowhere... Marquette was in, like, around the tournament bracket. And then now they're, like, not even close to it. But... That's interesting because North Carolina needs to win that game because Marquette is nowhere near the bracket. Even though they swept Butler, they're far below at the bottom of the bottom of the Big East right now. And at the start of the season, they were receiving votes. They had that win against Wisconsin, and in Wisconsin, the thing is that Wisconsin hasn't played up to their potential for this season, so they're in jeopardy this week of dropping down to the top 25. Vaughn had a waiver wire pickup that failed this morning in one of his leagues. Went to pick up a player that he wanted so bad. Oh, sorry to hear that fail right there. Need to figure out a time that more than 4 mods can be in that Discord voice channel right there. Hey, what's good? Lucas, appreciate it, man, for dropping by. No problem, you're late here, brother. It's been a good game so far. Texas by 5, 27-22. Got around 70 people watching now. If you guys are new in the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Later today, I got 2 other games I'll be covering today. North Carolina taking on Louisville, 6 o'clock Eastern time. And then later tonight, NBA Finals rematch there between the Heat and the Lakers later tonight. I cover college basketball games, also NBA games here as well. I'm behind Eric Basketball. And we got a couple links down posted in the description of this video as well. If anybody's interested, we got a Discord on my channel. Also got my Twitter link as well as the Behind Eric Basketball merchandise site. And all 3 of those links I posted down below in the video description. The Behind Eric Basketball merchandise, we got some pretty cool stuff out there. Short sleeve and long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, t-shirts, iPhone cases, pillow stickers. And then we also got channel memberships as well, as low as $1.99 per month, which comes out to about like 7 cents per day that we have for special shout-outs at the end of live streams. What's good? I don't know anymore. Welcome to the stream here, man. So we're going to get right back into action. No live game will be shown due to copyright here. It's just play-by-play commentary, as it says in the top of the red, as we are get back into it. 11:36 left to go. Texas by 5. Who wins the Big 12? If I had to predict there, I'm still going to go Baylor to win the Big 12, even though they really need to start playing games now. Baylor's been on quite a lengthy pause once again. So 5-point game. West Virginia has it. Swings it outside. Shot fake at the left wing as it is McCabe who moves it over top of the key. They will take the 3 straight away. McBride no good off the back iron. Tipped up. Rebound by Texas. Longhorns basketball approaching 11 minutes left to go. Texas dribbles towards their right. West Virginia going to pick up a reach and fall. It's picked up by Jalen Bridges. And that's going to be the 3rd personal foul picked up by West Virginia. Also, West Virginia's in the bonus as well. Texas got 7. Yeah, that's been like a huge problem this season for Texas, is that there's been too many fouls. When they got to cover them against Oklahoma, I think they had something crazy, like 29 fouls as a team in that game. So that's just That's the major weakness for Texas this season. They've committed a lot of fouls. Almost lost control of that one by Coleman, able to get back to dribble though. Coleman moves it over to Brown. Brown takes the three for the Longhorns, missed it, rebound by West Virginia. 10:40 left to go. Mountaineers going to have it. At the right wing with McCabe. McCabe dribbles, gets some separation at the free throw circle, missed it though. Off the front rim, Texas going to grab the board. They got a 3-on-2 here for the Longhorns. The old dribble. Ramey dish underneath as Ham will put it up and Ham gets fouled. So personal foul by West Virginia picked up. And it's going to be Royce Ham shooting 2 at the line. Yeah, Uncle Luke's excited there for UNC to take on Marquette. What's good? Salvador Chavez, welcome back on the stream here. What about the Pac-12? USC's at the top of the Pac-12, but I'm going to go Oregon there. I will take Oregon. I think Oregon's going to be underseeded potentially in the tournament. Dangerous for Oregon because they've been on multiple pauses this season. If Oregon can just get on a roll and not go on any more pauses, I think they could be a dangerous team because everybody's healthy once again for Oregon. Texas at the line, both of them they miss for their free throws. They do get a huge offensive rebound by Kai Jones, so they keep it alive. Texas has it here. Courtney Ramey dribbles, drives inside by Ramey. He goes reverse-handed layup. That is good for 2, man. What a layup there by Ramey. He's got 6 so far. Perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. 10 minutes left to go. West Virginia has it at the left wing perimeter. Left baseline dribble, deep 2. They take it off the back iron, no good. And Texas going to get a rebound here. It's a late whistle on the foul. That's going to be, I think, on West Virginia, so that's going to be their 4th. West Virginia coming back in this one. I think they have a great potential in this game to come back. I think at least this game's going to be tied. West Virginia, I think they're going to take the lead at some point in the second half. They've had multiple comebacks this season. Do I do NFL play-by-play? I used to have a football channel, actually. Right now, though, I'm just sticking to basketball because this channel just blown up here throughout, like, the past year or so. Texas shovels it inside. That's good for 2. From time to time, though, like I'll do like special live streams though, at least like once per month, maybe like of like a football game or like I did the Daytona 500 for the first part until it got to the rain delay for the special live stream. Why I choose the Celtics game? I'm a Celtics fan. I cover all the national games for the Celtics that happen. Unless it's on a 10 o'clock game on a work night for me. So every single Celtics game, TNT, ESPN, gets streamed by me, basically. Unless I'm out or that game's like a late night one. Like, they took on Utah. I think it was like a Tuesday night or so at like 10 o'clock. So 9:19 left to go. Also, I want to spend time with my family at night, too. Wow, Syracuse took the lead. Thanks so much for the update right there. Yeah, Miami got crushed today. And also, Tennessee lost by 15 against Kentucky. Yeah, that's going to be a huge game tomorrow, Ohio State, Michigan. West Virginia at the free throw line. First one they missed. Second one's good. Derek Culver's going to have a third here at the line for the Mountaineers. And he hits that one. So puts it to a 7-point game. It will be Texas basketball now, 31-24. It's going to be Texas who takes it past half court here. Matt Coleman, as he is guarded by Johnson, moves it over top of the key to Andrew Jones. Jones passes inside. Shot's going to get blocked from behind. Culver gets the block, and West Virginia has it back. Johnson takes it, shuffles it out, right corner 3, wide open, got it. Taz Sherman drills it, it's a 4-point game. If they have the right spacing on the court here, get open, knock down their shots, this team is tough from the perimeter. They get a lot of good backcourt pieces here in West Virginia. Texas with it, 8:40 left to go. They move it over to Jones, pass it over to the right wing to Coleman. Coleman passes back out to Andrew Jones. Right baseline dribble, going to take it inside. Puts it up. Good for 2. They're going to count the bucket or the foul before it. So West Virginia picks up a foul. That's their 5th. They're going to say, refs are going to say here the personal foul was picked up before the shot. So they're not going to count the bucket there. So they're going to take away the 2. And it's going to be Texas basketball. Hey, appreciate it, John G, for stopping up my man. You guys are awesome here for being a part of these streams today. Uncle Luke at Georgia Tech to make the tournament. They're fun to watch this year. Yeah, they got quite a bit of upperclassmen. So right now they're on the bubble for Georgia Tech. I think it's all going to come down to how long they last in the ACC tournament. Like a lot of these bubble teams. Like it all comes down to how far they make it in their conference tournament. Texas gets the inbound. They're going to take a deep 3. And they knock it down. Good for the triple by Andrew Jones. So he makes his first 3 of the game and he has got 5. 8:10 left to go. West Virginia ball. Back over to the top of the key to Taz Sherman. Moves over to McBride. Feeds it inside the post over to Culver as he got possession. But Texas is going to pick up another personal foul. So it's going to send West Virginia back to the line. Derek Culver part of the 1-on-1 bonus. Yep, we got some good streams planned for this weekend indeed. Louisville against North Carolina, 6 o'clock Eastern time later tonight. Heat against Lakers at 8:30 Eastern. Also, 2 great games tomorrow. Hopefully, Michigan, Ohio State, potential to be a game of the year there for college hoops. And then later tomorrow is also Celtics Pelicans. So should be having a lot of games going on for you guys. If early out in the NCAA tournament, does Texas look for another direction than Shaka Smart's? I'm going to say no at this point. Because what they've put together, the cumulative product for this year, is it's been terrific with all the upperclassmen that they've had. They also lost that game against Oklahoma when they were out. They were without Shaka Smart, and I think they were without like 3 of their starters in that one too. So Culver going to the free throw line, 1-on-1 bonus, and he missed the first one, so it gets rebound by Texas. 8 minutes left to go before halftime. Texas has it at the right baseline. Ramey passes inside. Ball's on the ground. Gets tipped all the way to the backcourt, but Texas is going to pick it up. Longhorns still have it. Passes over. Shot fake. Jones as he takes it into the lane. Jones has it, and he lost control of it out of bounds. Jones looking for the foul call for Texas. Couldn't get one, and West Virginia forces the turnover as the Mountaineers going to have it back with 7:44 left to go. Got a great game going on here, folks. 7-point game here as we're going to go on a timeout. Yeah, same with me, Lucas. Sending my thoughts out to you guys if you're out in Texas, affected by the ice storms, have lost your power for around like a week plus now. Really sending my thoughts out to you guys. Because over in like Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, I know a lot of like down in the southwest, not really like, you guys probably not used to like snow and ice over there, so it's not like where I am actually. Like I'm by the way, I'm up from Massachusetts, so I'm in New England where I am, and it's totally different weather we have. Like crazy weather. I saw some of the temperatures out in like Texas. They went from like 25 degrees like earlier in the week to I think they're going to get to like 70 in a few days. So a couple scoreboard updates for everybody right now. College basketball going down. Missouri leading South Carolina 59-48 in that one. Kansas leading by 9 over Texas Tech 51-42 with under 10 minutes left to go in the second half. Dave McCormack looking good for Kansas, 17.6 rebounds. And Syracuse has made a comeback. They are trying to fight for their lives here to be a part of the tournament somehow. Looking like they're going to have to win out or win the majority of their games to get themselves into the tournament mix. As Syracuse up by 1 against Notre Dame, 64-63 to score. NC State destroying Wake Forest today, 74-51 in the final 7 minutes. Georgia Tech crushed Miami, 87-60. BYU up against Loyola Marymount, 22-11. That's a battle between number 2 and number 3 out in the WCC. And early score here, Florida leading Georgia 5-2. So those are games currently going down. We'll update you guys on Illinois, Minnesota in a little bit. That game tipping off any minute from now. Stanford, Washington State tipping off at 4 o'clock. Florida State Pitt as well. Same as Auburn, LSU. And so we'll have you guys covered later today for the play-by-play 6 o'clock Eastern, Louisville at North Carolina. So we'll be covering that one for the next game, and then later tonight, NBA, we'll be covering Lakers versus Heat. So if you guys are interested, feel free to stop on by for those. Yeah, Oregon was the 12 seed 2 years ago, and yep, they were favored to beat the 5 seed Wisconsin. Yeah, so if Oregon plays Wisconsin again, I'm going to take Oregon once again. I like the Ducks in that matchup. They've got a lot of players that everybody's sleeping upon. Chris Duarte, he needs to be drafted. He needs to be in the first round of the draft. He is something special there. He went from being he went from playing junior college level over now to college basketball, and he is tearing it up this season for Oregon. They are low-key a team to watch out for. So we are back into it 34-27. Final Four prediction, Gonzaga, Baylor, Florida State, and then it's either one of these two teams or possibly Michigan. That's who I'm trying to figure out who's going to be the fourth team in there. So either West Virginia, Texas, or Michigan. But the thing is, I'm not sure if I can picture 3 1 seeds if Michigan does fall on the one line along with Gonzaga and Baylor. That's the only thing, though. So these two teams I'm really high on, either like Final Four or Elite Eight at this moment. We got 7 minutes left to go. Texas, turnaround jumper, going to take it. That one's good for 2 by the Longhorns. Another dono here. Thanks so much, Jackson. You are the man, brother. Appreciate it for being a part of the channel here, brother. Let's get that dono hype in the chat here. Yeah, it's top 7 teams will be ranked in the top 25 by the end of the season, Donovan McCrabb puts out. Yeah, right now, Oklahoma State, they're right outside the top 25 at 26 receiving votes. So I think Oklahoma State going to be right in there as well. I really like a lot of the Big 12 teams that make the tournament. I think they're going to go far for a lot of these teams. Texas takes the 3. They missed it. West Virginia comes up with a board. So they will dribble at the free throw circle. They drive inside, puts it up, and they get fouled. So West Virginia now in the double bonus as the Mountaineers going to go and shoot 2 coming up at the line. It's going to be Miles McBride here for the Mountaineers. So Texas just picked up their 10th personal. That's like the major weakness this season for Texas, because this team is just so balanced this year for the Longhorns. It's just been the fouls. They've been fouling a lot. They picked up 29 personal fouls when they covered them against Oklahoma a few weeks ago. Greg Brown has 2 personal fouls. Jericho Sims now with 2. And off the bench, Brock Cunningham with 2. And there's 4 separate players with 1 personal foul each. Ramey Coleman, Royce Ham, and also for Braziers, they've all got 1 personal foul each. McBride hits both of them at the line. 6:30 left to go. Texas going to have it back. Longhorns dribble top of the key. They move it over left wing to the top here to Ramey. Ramey guarded by McCabe at the right baseline. He gets switched over, guarded by McBride. Takes the jumper off the mark, no good, and West Virginia comes up with a board. Mountaineers have it here at the left wing. Aja Boyan hands it off around the perimeter to McCabe. McCabe bounce pass to Sherman. Sherman pump fake inside, passes over to Culver. Culver tries to get possession, and he gets fouled. 11th personal foul right now for Texas as the clock will stop with 6 minutes. West Virginia being the 2 seed here. It potentially. I'm going to go for a 3 right now, though. So I've got West Virginia as a 3. Donovan McCrabb going out for Baylor, Gonzaga, Illinois, and UConn right there. UConn's a deep team. They got Book Knight back, too. They got a great defense, but UConn lost today at Villanova. 68-60, Villanova gets the W over UConn. So 2 free throws here at the line. West Virginia, first one no good. Culver going to have his second one here, and that one's good. So 36-30, with under 6 minutes left to go before half. Texas basketball. Andrew Jones dribbles, guarded by Culver. Passes over to the right corner, off the fingertips, out of bounds. Off the pass to Matt Coleman, too tall for him. Turnover, Texas. Lucas going Gonzaga, Baylor, Michigan, and either Illinois or Ohio State there for that Final Four. Yeah, me too, Uncle Luke. 23-1 Belmont, and I think they have the chance to tear up some brackets there and pull off some upsets. They got a player who's he posted a triple-double, I think, last week for Belmont. Jumper for a deep 2. West Virginia missed it. Offensive rebound. Culver keeps it alive and puts it up and in off the glass. Good for 2. Man, he is relentless. That is 7 points off of turnovers, all by West Virginia. Derek Culver just gets the offensive rebound, double-teamed, and puts it up and in off the backboard. So Culver now with 8 points. He's got 8 points and 3 rebounds. Approaching the 5-minute mark left to go. Texas, bounce pass right baseline. Coleman, he is double-teamed. Coleman looking to pass it, and the ref's going to say here, timeout taken by Texas. They were in a lot of trouble at the corner perimeter, and they were double-teamed, and Shaka Smart, as they'll have a timeout here for Texas with 5 minutes left to go. Alright, so we're going to timeout here right now. Glad to have you guys stop back on the channel currently. Belmont would send a team like Creighton, Wisconsin, Virginia packing there, Donovan McCrabb puts out. I agree. I've said for weeks here that Creighton is going to be a first-round upset because they've had a lot of front court problems for this season. It's all about whether Creighton hits the 3 or not. Like they got a bunch of like guards in their roster there that can shoot the 3. Some games they've got cold. Some games they just came alive. Like last week against Villanova, they were hitting everything. Wow, early game right there. West Virginia, Baylor at 5. Ohio State against Michigan State is at 9. They should swap times for those two right there. They should have put West Virginia, Baylor at 9, and then Ohio State, Michigan at 5. So we get right back into action right now into this one. Texas gets the inbound, and they're going to go right underneath their basket off the dribble, and that's good for 2. Wow, Syracuse came all the way back right there. 4:40 left to go. It's going to be West Virginia as they have it. Matthews swings it over right corner. 3 in the air as they take it, they hit it. That's Sherman off the pass to Matthews as Matthews drilled it. So it's a 3-point game. Yeah, St. Louis has really wrecked their chances at being a part of the bracket. That was a rough sweep that they got swept against Dayton yesterday. Texas by 3. They'll take a 3 and they drill it at the left wing perimeter there. Big triple goes down and it's by Jace Fabrice from the outside. Four minutes left to go now before halftime. Mountaineers have the basketball. It's been a good one so far. Taz Sherman moves it out to the right baseline. They will dribble inside. Huge denial, but refs are going to say here a Texas personal foul. So Emmett Matthews is going to go back to the free throw line. I think that's Texas's 12th personal foul here in the first half. And once again, we're going to go right on another timeout. So back to another timeout right now. Yeah, so we got the teams coming alive right now. Yeah, Creighton with a big victory over Villanova last week. So recently they've come alive, as well as what we got. Illinois starting to look good lately, piece it together. Couple wins though, they've won by close against bottom of the pack competition, the Big Ten though, in like closer games than usual. Barely snuck by Nebraska and beat Northwestern by single digits too. Ohio State's on like a 7-game winning streak. USC low key, they are looking good. They got an incredible front court there. The two Mobley brothers pieced together, and they are tough to take on inside. And Arkansas, they are really getting it together as well. Their defense has stepped up big time. They can put up points on the board too. And Oregon too. Oregon's starting to get healthy, and they are dangerous. Yeah, Oregon had a loss earlier on in the season against Oregon State. It was without 2 of their starters. Did not play in that game. I think it was LJ Figueroa and somebody else inside the starting 5 didn't play for Oregon. And now they've really been able to turn it up, and that team is dangerous. Couple scoreboard updates right now, as we'll update that for you guys in just a moment. What's good here, Dakota? Welcome back on the stream here. Got Syracuse. What a comeback there. Syracuse down by double digits. At one point was down by 15 plus. They came back. They beat Notre Dame. Huge for Syracuse to keep their tournament chances alive. 75-67 as the Orange get the victory. Missouri leading by 12 over South Carolina. Still a lot of time left to go, though. 9 minutes left to go in the second half. Score there 68-56. Kansas leading so far against Texas Tech by 6. 57-51 the score there for the Jayhawks. 5:20 left to go remaining. North Carolina State up by a bunch against Wake Forest. 78-55. Let's see, VCU, tight game against George Mason. VCU currently in the bracket. They're a very young team for VCU, but they're up against George Mason 43-38. BYU dismantling Loyola Marymount 39-17. By the way, Loyola Marymount third in the WCC, right behind BYU and Gonzaga, as they get a record of 11-6, but no chance here as BYU crushing Loyola Marymount, currently up by 22 in the first half. Illinois up against Minnesota 9-8 the score there. We'll keep you guys posted, as well as Florida Georgia 7-6. What's good, Alberto? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back, man. Hope all is going well. Luke, welcome to the stream. How far do you think Texas can make it into the tournament? I've got them either Final Four or Elite 8 for Texas. I'm still trying to figure out who that fourth spot is for the Final Four here. So, probably going to be figuring it out all the way to, like, Selection Sunday, most likely. Just seeing how this all plays out. Texas today looking good from the perimeter. 6 for 11 from the outside. Perfect 2 for 2 by Matt Coleman, letting it fly. And then for West Virginia, this team is good from 3 this season. 3 for 5 for them from the outside. A 3-point shot being made by Bridges, Matthews, and Sherman for West Virginia. For Texas, 2 by Coleman. A 3 by Andrew Jones, and Ramey hit a 3 as well, same as Kai Jones and Jace Fabrice. So we get back into action here. West Virginia at the free throw line. Be shooting 2. First one is good. They hit it by Matthews. So we are back into it. And the second free throw at the line, that one no good, so we missed that one. Rebound Texas. Texas has the ball. Coleman dribbles inside, kicks it back out to the left corner. Ramey moves it along to the left wing, top of the key. Brown dishes over to Andrew Jones. Bounce pass inside underneath. They're going to put it back outside, but West Virginia comes up with a steal on the key. Mountaineers float over the top in transition. Missed the slam, but they get it right back. Open 3, they pass to the corner. Got it. Triple by Taz Sherman, and it's a 2-point game. This has been a great game tonight. Let's go. 3:20 left to go before halftime. Texas has the basketball. Ramey, dribble drive inside, puts it up, no good. Off the backboard and out, rebound to West Virginia. As they pass up the court, Texas with a big defensive play there, snatches the ball in the air by Andrew Jones, comes up with a steal. Texas kicks it back out to the corner. Left corner 3, and they drill it right there in transition. Courtney Ramey with a big triple. 11 points now on the board by Ramey. Under 3 minutes left to go before halftime. West Virginia hands it off around the perimeter. Sherman dribbles top of the key. He takes the 3. Hit the front rim. Missed the mark. Rebound to the Longhorns. Texas has it back. Moves it over into the hands of Ramey here. Ramey looking good lately. Ramey dribbles. Drives inside. Floats it up, and he's going to get fouled. Personal foul picked up by Taz Sherman here for West Virginia. That's going to be their 7th. So now Texas in the bonus. And it was a shooting foul either way. So Courtney Ramey going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2. Got 80 people out on the stream here, folks. Make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. If you'd like to be notified about future play-by-play live streams I cover basketball games here, college basketball games, also NBA games here as well. Really high-scoring game indeed. First free throw, Texas, and they drill it. That's good at the line. Libherm, welcome on the stream here. Appreciate you guys for dropping them by. We got 2:34 left to go before halftime. Second free throw by Texas. That one is good. And Texas by 7. So Ramey leads the way with 13. Jericho Sims with 10 for Texas. For West Virginia, leading scorers Taz Sherman off the bench with 10. And then Culver and McBride both with 8. As West Virginia gonna pass this one inside, and so West Virginia player down right now on the ground. Shaking out the pain right now. They need him. Emmett Matthews is the one who is down. Emmett Matthews is down. He's able to get back up, though. Good to see he's able to get back up. Big hit he took underneath. Yeah, my thoughts about the Magic win from yesterday. That was big comeback win in the fourth quarter. I saw they were trailing by like 13. But I thought that Golden State would be able to take that one yesterday. But yeah, I was wrong on that one. Orlando with a good win yesterday. So good to see for West Virginia that Emmett Matthews is all right. He heads to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one is good. So Emmett Matthews got contacted. He tried to go up for the shot, the left baseline underneath, and came down hard right underneath on Kai Jones. Dakota, welcome to the stream. What do I think the score will be at the end of this one? I predicted 81-79, West Virginia. Wouldn't be shocked if it goes higher than that, though. Like, we're looking at right now probably like 89, like something like 89-86 or something, like really tight. So boost up those totals if it keeps on going this way, because we got a high-scoring first half. Second free throw is good. 5-point game. Texas basketball going to float it up. Good for 2. Inside the key. And we still got over 2 minutes left to go before half. West Virginia has it. Open 3. Catch and shoot. No good. Rattled out. And it's going to be Texas rebounds. They were looking for the fall as Taz Sherman got knocked down, but the ref said play on. Texas floats it up underneath. Gets position. Puts it up. Good for 2. As the clock will stop here with 1:53. They're going to count it or not. They might have said the foul was before by West Virginia on the shot here. We're going to give you the final call coming up. What did I think about Kentucky's win over Tennessee today? It actually didn't shock me that Kentucky was able to win that game, but more so I'm shocked how they beat them by double digits. How they were up by like 20 throughout most of that. So I'm not really surprised though, because Tennessee has just been on the downfall lately, and they're in jeopardy of losing first round in the tournament, in my opinion. So Texas, the shot was no good. The foul happened before the shot. So Texas at the line. They hit the first one and made the second. They hit the first one, missed the second one, as West Virginia has it back. 1:35 left to go before half. West Virginia, deep 2 jumper. They missed it off the mark, no good by Sherman. Rebound for Texas. Longhorns now have the basketball. Jones dribbles top of the key, able to get around one defender. Jones dribbles now right baseline, swings it out to the left corner. Coleman back outside to Ramey. Ramey lost the handle, tipped out of bounds. Last touched out of bounds still by West Virginia. Alberto taking West Virginia for this one. We got 1:21 left to go before halftime. If you guys are doing a stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let me know in the chat as well who you're rooting for in this game. If you're going out for West Virginia or taking Texas out in this one, hit me up in the chat here, folks. You guys are awesome today. What a game. I'll be back later today. 2 other games I'll be covering. North Carolina against Louisville at 6 o'clock Eastern. And then the Heat versus Lakers later tonight. It's going to be Texas ball. They drive the distance. Good for 2 by Coleman, as he puts it up and in off the backboard. And this is the first time today, right now, that Coleman's put it back to double digits. At one point, it was an 11-point Texas lead. They led it by 20-9 at one point. West Virginia takes the 3. No good. Hit the front rim. Offensive rebound. Keeps alive. McBride puts it up and in off the glass. Good for 2. He just had a clear lane right there to get the layup in for the offensive rebounds. Texas has it back, putting up 51 in the first half. Pass off the cut. Good for 2 by Jones. Man, so many points out in this one so far. 30 seconds left to go before halftime. McCabe at the top of the key. McCabe is guarded by Ramey. 4-second differential shot clock and game clock. McCabe going to slow it down, looking for the final West Virginia possession to see if they can pull it back to single digits. West Virginia has it. McCabe dribbles towards the left wing, moves it over left baseline. McBride, as he drives on 4 defenders, passes inside into traffic, couldn't get it. Gonna float it up though, and no good off the mark. Culver missed it off the mark a second time, and Texas gets it. Takes a half-court shot at the horn. That was close, but missed it off the right corner of the backboard. As we end the first half in this one, the score, Texas 53 and West Virginia 43. Holy smokes, a ton of points. Hopefully it took the over out in this one for today, because we are definitely heading that way right now. Texas scored 53 in the first half. That is for the most points scored in the first half this season. Wow. Not a whole lot of defense. More so, it's been a bunch of Texas fouls. West Virginia as well. They finished with eight fouls there in the first half by West Virginia. And then Texas, he finished with 13. Man. We got a dono here. Appreciate it. Alberto there for the dono. Thanks so much, brother, for dropping them by here. Hey, no problem, man. Thanks so much for just being a part here on the channel. That's all that matters, Alberto. I never ask for donos or anything, so just make sure to save up, brother. That's the big thing for you. If you're ever low on that money rent, just make sure the big thing that always comes first. Make sure to keep on saving there, bud. Mr. Doma needs Texas to win by 3 for his parlay to hit for today. Looking good so far in the first half. Yeah, Bills fan Neil, welcome to the stream there. He is happy about Syracuse with a comeback there. Yeah, they were down by like 20 and they won in that one. Over Notre Dame by 8, 75-67. What's good, Braden? Welcome on to the stream here, bud. Sun is out in Austin right now, thawing out with these points. You got stay safe out there, guys. Out in Texas, if you guys were affected by the ice storm, still without power, make sure to stay safe, everybody. Send my thoughts out to you guys. So currently, just right now, we're at halftime. Man, scoring machine in this game so far. Couple scoreboard updates. We'll take a look at it right now. Number 20 ranked Missouri, leading South Carolina 82-66. So Missouri looks like they're going to stay in the top 25. Most likely, even though they lost against Georgia this week, whereas Tennessee is probably going to drop out. They lost to Kentucky 70-55 today. So Tennessee lost by 15. Alabama barely squeaked it out over Vanderbilt 82-78 the final. Earlier today, Indiana lost against Michigan State, and Villanova beat UConn by 8, 68-60. Kansas, Texas Tech in the final 2 minutes. Kansas trying to pull away here, 62-53. Kansas by 9 as they are leading there. And then as for other games going on right now, we'll keep you guys posted with VCU George Mason. VCU currently a tournament team at this point, 16-4 record, but they're only up by 4 against George Mason, 49-45. That's a very young VCU team. They are a year in progress before where they should be. This team should be in a complete rebuild right now for VCU. And this season, they are a year of progress, what they are doing with a lot of sophomores in that roster right now in the tournament picture. BYU in the tournament picture. They're up by a bunch against Loyola Marymount, 47-25 to score. LMU, number 3 in the conference, right behind WCC, in the WCC, right behind BYU at 2 and Gonzaga at 1. Illinois leading Minnesota 19-16. Florida dismantling Georgia early on, 22-8 Florida. So we'll keep you guys posted with scores throughout the day. Man, if you guys like points, we have a great game indeed going on here. In Texas by 10. It's interesting because some of these scores you look like you're like in like a, say if it's like another conference or so, like a Big East game, be like, oh, you're by 10 at halftime. We're looking good. We're looking good at the half in this game. Say if you're taking on a team. By the way, I'm a fan of Providence, by the way, actually. I'm from Massachusetts. But say if like a Big East team is up by 10 at the half against like a team like, say, I'm going to add Providence to that list. So I'll say Providence or Butler. Things are looking good right there for that team up by 10 at the half. But in a Big 12 game, especially against a team like West Virginia, who's had multiple comebacks and a 19-point comeback against Oklahoma State this season, no lead is comfortable, no matter what it is. Yes, Syracuse got Duke on Monday. That's going to be a huge game. Yes, I plan on covering that game there. So Bills fan Neil going to be happy about that one. So on Monday, it's going to be Syracuse Duke at 7 Eastern. And then I'm going to take a look, see what's on Monday here. So my future streams for you guys, I'm going to lay out the schedule right here for future streams. Later today, 2 more games. This is only the first stream out of a triple header today. So we got Louisville against UNC after this one at 6 o'clock Eastern, and then the Heat versus Lakers later tonight as well. Tomorrow's going to be 2 games. Michigan against Ohio State at 1 o'clock Eastern. After that one, going to be the Celtics-Pelicans. And then I'm going to take a look at Monday. So Duke-Syracuse on Monday. And then there's another game that pops up. Let's see what that is exactly. So Duke-Syracuse, 7 Eastern. Oh, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State. Yeah, that's probably going to be at Texas Tech, Oklahoma State at 9 o'clock Eastern. Tuesday, I plan on covering the Celtics game on Tuesday. They have a big game. They're taking on Dallas. See what they got going on for Tuesday. Got a couple big games going on Tuesday, actually, for college. They've been scheduling a lot of these games late, like rescheduling games, that's why. And then Wednesday, not sure just yet what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to lean towards Alabama, Arkansas, though, because I covered Arkansas earlier this week. And people were pouring in left and right there to that game. It was crazy. So many Hogs fans we had on the stream there for that one. And that is a huge game at the top of the SEC. And that game's on Wednesday, Alabama, Arkansas. So not sure if I'll cover it just yet. I know my schedule probably up to Tuesday there, but I'm trying to aim to do it most likely. It's been a fun one so far here. Hit me up in the chat if you guys are new, a first timer watching here, who you're going for out in this game today. If you like West Virginia, type in WVU out here, West Virginia, Mountaineers. Type it into the chat here. If you're going out for Texas, you can go TEX, you can go Texas, you can go Longhorns, you can go Hook 'em. Out in the chat here, feel free to type in who you got in this one, who you're rooting for. But I think we're less than 3 weeks away from the tournament. Like, it's crazy. Last week was like a month before Selection Sunday, and man, before you know it, we're going to be right into the tournament here. Going to be covering some great tournament games for you guys. Some great content out here on these streams. I cover NBA games, also college hoops games. Going to be a lot of good games. So let's see here. Taking a look at the top 25, what do I think about the upcoming top 25 for Monday? And who's going to drop out, who's going to be in, if I had to project. Missouri, they did lose to Georgia earlier this week. But Missouri right now is looking good, up by a bunch against South Carolina. So I think Missouri's going to stay. But Tennessee, they're right now a concern. So Tennessee, I think Tennessee, with their loss today, they're going to drop, in my opinion, for Tennessee. So I would have Tennessee out of the top 25 there. They lost by 15 against Kentucky earlier today. Actually, Tennessee beat South Carolina, though, earlier this week. Probably Tennessee is going to stay in the top 25. Like, in my opinion, I would put Tennessee out of the top 25. But if I'm projecting what the AP folks do on Monday, they're probably going to keep Tennessee over Missouri and drop Missouri out. And that will lead to be in the top 25 here. Wisconsin lost earlier this week as well. So Wisconsin lost against Iowa. So Wisconsin is probably going to drop out too. You're probably looking at 2 teams to drop out of the top 25. And that means two teams going to be new to the bracket. Or 2 teams going to be new to the top 25 poll coming on Monday. Number 1, got to put Belmont in there. 23-1 for Belmont. So impressive. Only 1 loss this season. It was by 3 points, I believe, to Samford. All the way back at the start of the season. And they get just no respect and not even in the top 25. So they got to be put in there at 23-1. Next game for Belmont will be tonight against Tennessee Tech. Okay, so Belmont very well could be 24-1 after that one. Because Tennessee Tech is at the... they're 3-21. Oh boy. Tennessee Tech is 3-14 in Ohio Valley, 3-21 overall. So a 24-1 team, you got to put them in there in the rankings. And then after that, I would go for Oklahoma State in the rankings. So I would go for Oklahoma State, even though they didn't play today. So supposed to take on Baylor. Oregon's looking really good lately. Oregon right now is receiving votes, but they are receiving votes before Rutgers, Belmont, Louisville, Colorado. I put Oregon above all those teams. Or above Rutgers, Louisville, and Colorado. I will put them above. And I would have put Belmont, Oklahoma State in the top 25. And then Oregon just outside of it. They got a big game. I think it's tonight here. Going to take a look at their schedule. Yeah, they're 13-4. They got a game tonight versus Utah, so big one going down. Yeah, high-scoring first half indeed right now. Christian Brown hitting the dagger right there for Kansas. Let's see what we got for Kansas going on currently. Final, Kansas winners over Texas Tech. That game has gone final, 67-61. So Kansas completes the sweep this season of Texas Tech. Syracuse has Duke and Georgia Tech. Both of those games are huge because Duke is right now underneath the bubble, and Georgia Tech is in the same boat as Syracuse. Both teams on the bubble, but Syracuse has the upper hand because they get the better record. Alberto's friend is Corey Fisher, where he lived out in Castle Hill in the Bronx. He puts out there for his friend's name. That's cool, bud. What's good, Riker? Welcome to the stream here, brother. It's been a good game so far. A lot of points going off the board. Texas with a bunch of fouls, especially early on. West Virginia fouled late. And 8 personal fouls by West Virginia, 13 by Texas. No, Auburn has a tournament ban, so they can't even make it to this year's tournament. Big Spike, welcome to the stream here. Yeah, he puts out, wouldn't be surprised if Texas Tech gets bounced out first round in March. Yeah, whenever I've covered Texas Tech, it's basically like Mac McClung, like putting up like almost half of his team's points basically. Like Mac McClung will score like 20, 22, 23, 24, and his team will score around like 60 or so in a game. And let's see what they got today. Actually, let's see, it's Marcus Santos Silva. He scored 15 for Texas Tech. McCormack's looking much better. 17 for McCormack for Kansas. Yeah, I would go with no right now for Auburn, even if they had it. Arizona though, it makes a good case for Arizona because Arizona's out of the bracket right now, since they're on their tournament ban as well. But I would probably go Arizona right now in the bubble because I think they're like 500 in the conference. They're 8-8. But, like, I put them along with Stanford right now. Like, probably in the last 4 in if Arizona was eligible. Mac McClung scored 11. He missed 11 shots from the floor, so he went 4 for 13 today for Texas Tech. The main problem for Kansas this season is that they got 0 bench for them. So that's a big sweep for Kansas over Texas Tech. How about LSU? Yeah, I'll go LSU there in the bracket. So I think LSU is going to make it in. I think they're actually been looking better lately for LSU. Yeah, it all depends on the matchup. That if Texas Tech gets bounced out in the first round, all depends on that matchup. And they're a type of team that struggle guarding the perimeter this season. So if they go against the team in the first round that can light it up and hit a bunch of threes, I think that's going to be a tough matchup there for the Red Raiders in that one. Because it comes down to the matchups when you get right into the bracket. Like, I'll say, for example, Wisconsin's one of the teams that I think that can get bounced out first round as well. Wisconsin's that type of team that struggles a lot against opposing bigs. And Luka Garza dropped down 30 for Iowa against them back on Thursday. So it's been multiple bigs this year to torch Wisconsin. And I think that they're going to have a lot of problems if they go up against a team with a pretty much stacked front court. What's good, Jose? Welcome to the stream here, bud. Hope all is going well, man. Right now we're just at halftime. It's been a great game, high-scoring matchup going on. Yeah, I agree right there, Ethan. That game would be great. LSU against Seton Hall. LSU can score a ton of points. Their big problem this season's been their defense, but Sandro Mamakal-Shavili, he is a star for Seton Hall this season. That would be a nice game for sure. I'd probably go Seton Hall in that one. So I really like Mamu this year. He's got his team's starting to get like much better too for the Pirates. They're getting better and better this year. Their record's kind of deceiving though. So they're one of those teams like Indiana. They've got, I think, like, because Indiana now has got double-digit losses. I think Seton Hall is 12-8, I believe, for their record currently. Yeah, there's going to be some teams in the bracket that people are going to look at. They're going to be like, oh, this team has a terrible record. They should be, they're not going to win this game, right? And then they'll probably pull off the upset. We'll probably see that at least once. So here we go. We're going to go to the second half here, guys, in just a moment. If you're new on the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play basketball games here, college basketball games, also NBA games here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Later today, 2 other streams I'll be covering. Louisville against North Carolina, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Heat versus Lakers later tonight. Jose going to say here, Texas, going to get the W, 83-78. A lot of points out in this one. It's been a good one so far. Goody taking Texas by 6, 87-81. Yeah, and like the Sweet 16 there, around the 32. I agree there, Ethan. That would be a great matchup, Texas against Arkansas. So we start out second half. It's going to be Texas ball. So Texas goes right to left in the court. They have it top of the key with Coleman. Coleman moves it over right corner to Andrew Jones. The leading scorer in this game so far for Texas, that is Courtney Ramey with 13, as they will dial up a 3, and they drill it. Good for the triple by the Longhorns, their largest lead up by 13. Courtney Ramey got the 3, he's got 16. It's a huge game in this one for Ramey. Oh, great ball movement there. They dumped it inside, kicked it back outside, and Ramey was wide open. Texas already going to pick up a foul, so West Virginia will go right back to the free throw line with Derek Culver. Culver's first shot missed it. West Virginia with plenty of free throws today in this one. They are 15 for 20 at the free throw line. Second free throw by Derek Culver, missed another one. They do get the offensive rebound though, so West Virginia keeps the possession alive. McBride dribbles back out, top of the key. McBride now moves towards his left as he passes over, ball into the hands of Sherman. Sherman feeds this one to Matthews, now passes to the right elbow. Backs his way is McBride. McBride jumper, off the back iron, no good, rebound by Texas. Longhorns with 19-10 left to go. They pass in transition. Jones drives inside, stripped of the basketball by Bridges, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Texas, so Longhorns, or last touch by West Virginia, so Longhorns going to get it back. 19-10 left to go in the second half. They're going to inbound underneath their hoop here for the Longhorns. They pass it back outside to Jones. Andrew Jones looking to pass it. Puts the ball now into the hands of Sims. Sims back over to Andrew Jones. Jones will dribble. Dish out left corner. Kai Jones over to Coleman. Coleman takes the 3. He's open. Drills it. They are dangerous when they hit their 3s, and today they are doing it right now. 59-43 with 18:50 left to go. West Virginia ball. They will dribble top of the key with McBride. McBride gives it over to the right wing to Culver. Culver passes top of the key once again to McBride. McBride dribbles to the free throw circle, shot fake, passes back out to the right corner perimeter. They turn the corner with Bridges, goes inside, and Bridges going to travel with the ball. He turns it over. So Texas will have it back, and Texas up by 16. Who's been more disappointing this year, Duke or Arizona State? I would go Arizona State this season, because Duke at one point looked like they were going to turn it around. And then they decided to just postpone the rest of their non-conference games, and that loss against Notre Dame though, that was just rough for them. But Arizona State just in general, it's just been really tough this year for them. That 3, that is good by Texas. Arizona State almost lost to Grand Canyon back in December. West Virginia has it, passes inside, a 3-on-1, as they will throw down a jam good for 2 by Culver. I would say Kentucky, in my opinion, is the most disappointing team, and then Arizona State 2, and then Duke 3. And then after that, probably Michigan State. Northern Iowa's over there. Also Providence will be in that top 10 disappointing grouping. Texas puts one up, no good off the mark, rebound West Virginia. Also, I would put South Carolina in there too. South Carolina retained basically their entire roster from last season, and they're not even close to being a tournament team. And they were on the bubble last year too. West Virginia, right baseline dribble, as they have with Asha Boyan, gives it over to Culver. Culver has it here with 17:15 left to go. He passes over to the top to McBride. McBride moves it back out to McNeil. He dials up a 3 off the back iron, no good, and rebound goes to Texas. Longhorns in full control, 17 minutes left to go. Texas has it. Ramey dribbles to the top. Ramey looks to pass it over. He moves it over to the right wing over to Jones. Jones right baseline. He takes a deep 2 jumper, missed it off the mark, no good, and West Virginia comes out with a board. It's the Mountaineers basketball here. They really need something to go on here offensively. Settling for another deep 2. They're going to take it and make it, though, as Culver hits it. 16.5 left to go. Texas has it back as they go inside. Sims puts it up and in. That's good for 2 for the Longhorns. Yeah, when Oregon played Arizona State last year, the crowd was filled with Arizona State fans there. Maybe the loudest game of the year. I think I remember covering that stream. That was when, I think it was like Alonzo Verge. He went off for like 26 in that game. West Virginia swings it out. Right corner, open 3. Got it. Big triple by Sean McNeil. He has been great from 3 lately. If they give him more touches, West Virginia has a great chance to come back. They have made multiple comebacks this season. I agree, sub to Hammer Saints right here on the stream. West Virginia going to make it interesting soon. Never count them out, no matter how much you are up by. And Oklahoma State could tell you that one, up by 19 with 12 minutes left to go. And West Virginia had a major comeback. Big reason why. They are explosive offensively. Sean McNeil, though, he needs way more touches. That was his second shot attempt of the game. He is 1 for 2 from the floor with 3 points as he drills a right corner 3. We go on the timeout here. 64-50. Texas with 16:10 left to go. Yep, Texas looking good in this one right now. So we are in the second half here, guys. If you're new in the stream, we got 60 people watching. Spike the thumbs up if you guys are new. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring that notification bell as well. If you'd like to be notified about future play-by-play live streams I cover. I cover college basketball games, also NBA games here as well on Behind the Arc Basketball. Also, I'll be covering 2 more streams tonight. North Carolina versus Louisville. 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Miami Heat versus the Lakers tonight. At 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Should be a great night of basketball action going down. Continues into tomorrow. 2 great games I'll be covering as well. Ohio State versus Michigan. And then the Celtics versus the Pelicans for tomorrow. Hit me up in the chat, by the way, who you got in this one if you're going West Virginia or taking Texas. Appreciate it all for dropping the by. Leading scores in this game looks like this. Derek Culver. 12 points for him for West Virginia, 4 rebounds. Miles McBride, 10 points. He's got only 2 assists, though, in this game today. Still a lot of time left to go is Taz Sherman. He's got 10 off the bench for the Mountaineers. For Texas, 3 players in double figures. It's been Courtney Ramey's game today. 19 for Ramey. He is a perfect 4 for 4 from 3. And then 15 points for Coleman. He is a perfect 3 for 3 from 3. And then 12 points by Jericho Sims. Texas is 10 for 15 from 3-point range. They are great when they can hit their threes. 2 weeks ago when they took on Oklahoma State, they were cold. I think they were like 5 for 30 from the perimeter, but in this game, they have been dropping down their threes. I'm going to take UNC in that one later today. So Louisville coming out of a 19-day pause that they did not play a single game in the last 19 days. I'm going to take North Carolina by 7 in that one today. 74-67 UNC. Couple scoreboard updates right now for college basketball. It looks like this. Illinois leading Minnesota 34-29. Florida up against Georgia, 37-23 at halftime. And Washington State by 1 over Stanford. (10-9). So Washington State up early against Stanford, 10-9. Florida State leading Pittsburgh 13-8. LSU up against Auburn 24-14. So we're going to get right back into action here in just a moment. Should have 15:52 left to go in the second half. George Mason VCU. Let's see. I'll dig up that score right now. I saw VCU was... Oh, wow. George Mason, the Atlantic 10 is just obliterating themselves. Nobody is safe in the Atlantic 10 to get a bid. George Mason leading VCU 63-61. Yeah, the A10 right now is just... Nobody wants a bid. Whoever wins the A10 tournament, that's the only way to ensure that you get one, is whoever wins the A10 tournament. It's probably going to be a random team that comes from like the bottom and wins it or something like that. It's crazy, the conference this year. 15:40 left to go. Texas by 14. It's going to be West Virginia basketball. Mountaineers have it now at the left baseline. They dribble inside. Spin move. Underneath. Turnaround jumper. Puts it up and in off the glass. That is good for 2. As they hit it by Emmett Matthews. 15.5 left to go. Texas moves around the perimeter. Greg Brown, shot fake. He dribbles. Lost control of the basketball. West Virginia tries to come up with a steal, but they tapped it out of bounds. Nice effort, though, by McBride. It's going to be retaining with Texas ball now with 15:21. Yeah, when you thought that St. Louis would make a run in that conference, St. Louis comes out on Friday, gets destroyed by Dayton. Like, honestly, yeah, it could be a one-bid league, and the team that makes it in could be a team that comes from like the bottom of the conference now nobody expects. Like legit, it could be a team like UMass or URI that just shows up. All you have to do in that conference, show up for the A10 tournament and win it and get the automatic qualifier, because nobody has shown consistency whatsoever in the A10 this year. Texas left baseline dribble. Coleman moves it back outside to Ramey. Ramey passes underneath to nobody though, goes out of bounds. It's going to be West Virginia ball with 15 minutes remaining. Not a whole lot of turnovers today, but a bunch of points. 7 turnovers by Texas, only 3 by West Virginia. Mountaineers get the inbound, down by 12. They will dribble past half court right here. McBride dribbles towards the right wing. McBride now, still dribbles, moves it out to McNeil. Open 3 off the screen, got it. Yeah, that is what I said. You got to give it. Feed McNeil here in the second half because he is great from 3, and he just took only his 3rd shot attempt from the game, and he has hit the last 2 3-point shots that he has made. McNeil, great effort trying to come up with a steal, but couldn't though. Texas gets it back up by 9. Longhorns to the right wing. Coleman moves it back out to Ramey. Open 3 in the air, got it. 3-point fest, check. We got one right now. Texas by 12, 14:27 left to go. What's good, Armando? Welcome to the stream here, brother. No problem, man. He's playing basketball right now with his dad. No problem, bud. Glad to have you back on whenever you get the chance here. Hope all is going well today. Best player in Texas. I would go for Matt Coleman here for best player for Texas. But best player with the most upside for a future, I would go for Greg Brown. I think out of all these players, he's going to have like the biggest impact in the future here going to the NBA. What's good, Christian? Welcome onto the stream here. Yeah, Texas in this game's been up by double digits for quite a bit. West Virginia, though, they've had a chance to come back in this one. What's good, Behind the Arc fan? Appreciate it, brother, for dropping them by. Hope all is going well, man. It's been a great game here today, and West Virginia has been able to put it back to single digits. I would never count out West Virginia, no matter how far you're up. If you're up by 15 plus or so in the last 15 plus and with under 10 minutes left to go, still wouldn't count them out. Yeah, You guys can time out. Yeah, just yeah, unhide the guy that had the. So unhide the HD Sun Plays guy. Just time him out for now. So that's his first warning. So no spamming out here in the chat. We'll give you a warning here. If you do it once again, that's gonna be a hide. So right now we're just on this timeout currently. Quick scoreboard update for college hoops looks like this. For other games, Illinois leading Minnesota 39-31 with about 2 minutes left to go before half. And then Florida beating Georgia by 14 right now at halftime, 37-23. VCU in the tight one against George Mason. George Mason by 1, 63-62 with 3.5 left to go. We'll keep you guys posted there. BYU up all over against Loyola Marymount Carly, 61-36. Florida up by 14 at the half, 37-23. Yeah, Naomi Osaka won the Australian Open. That's good for her, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I think he was accidentally hidden here. Thanks so much, guys. So yeah, that's the first warning. If he does come back, keep on spamming in the chat here. You guys can hide him after the second time. Hey, that's awesome. We hit 9.9K. That's great there. Let's keep it rolling here. We are 100 from the 10K mark here. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover basketball play-by-play, college games, NBA games. I'm behind here at basketball. I'll be back later today for 2 other games, North Carolina, Louisville, and then Miami versus the Lakers later tonight for the NBA. We've got 14:27 left to go. Texas by 12. Courtney Ramey looking good on a tear in this one. Perfect 5 for 5 from the perimeter with 22 points. And also, Matt Coleman, he is looking great. 15 points for him. Perfect 3 for 3. We get back to action. It's going to be West Virginia ball down by 12. At the top of the key, ball now into the hands of Miles McBride. McBride swings it over. Jumper off the turnaround. Missed it off the mark. No good by Matthews. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by West Virginia. Asaboyan trying to plead his case, but not liking that call by the refs as Texas going to get it back. Yep, just have fun here on the stream. That's all that matters here. We're out here to have fun and to have a good time. That's great behind Eric fan. Naomi Osaka's one of his favorite players, so he is happy. Awesome there, man. Nova Champs, welcome to the stream. Yes, I think Tennessee is overrated. Yeah, so Tennessee, in my opinion, they should be knocked out of the top 25 by now and put Belmont in there. 67-55. West Virginia has it back. So I will put for coming on Monday, I will put Belmont and Oklahoma State in the top 25 in place of Tennessee and Wisconsin. 13:50 left to go. Around the perimeter, Texas with an elbow. West Virginia with Emmett Matthews. He takes a shot, and he has been taking the shots today in this game. Second time that he is down in pain as Texas gets called around the perimeter with an elbow to Matthews. And the clock stops with 13:51. Yeah, Kentucky beat Tennessee. Tennessee, I think Tennessee is very well going to be a one and done from this tournament. They're going to be knocked out first round, in my opinion. They haven't played like a ranked top 25 team. If somehow they get a 5 seed or a 6, I think they get upset there. George Mason up by 3 against VCU with just over 2 minutes left to go there. Appreciate it, bud. Yes, I'll be calling tomorrow Michigan versus Ohio State there, so I'll be calling that game. Appreciate it here. Austin, welcome onto the stream here, man. So, future streams here later today. Louisville against North Carolina, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Lakers versus Heat later tonight. And then tomorrow, Michigan against Ohio State. And then Celtics versus Pelicans after that. West Virginia off the passing side. They missed it, though. Tried to go for the alley-oop as Texas gets it off the steal. Longhorns move it out. Coleman passes to the right wing. Jones shoots a 3. Hit the front rim. Missed it off the mark. They get an offensive board. Back over to Coleman. Takes the 3 and he drops it down for the triple. Texas largest lead by 15. What's good, Ricky? Welcome to the stream here. Duke against Virginia. Who do I like in that one? I'm going to take Duke for that one. Duke is going to be playing for their lives. And random, I'll just go with Duke there over West Virginia or over Virginia tonight. I covered Virginia against Florida State, and Florida State just crushed them back, and I think that was on Monday. I've got Michigan for that one. I like Michigan in their size in that game over the Buckeyes. Yeah, big win for Kansas here. Welcome Connor onto the stream. I heard David McCormack had a great game. Yeah, Kentucky didn't even have a player that scored like 20 points. Wow, yeah, Tennessee just shot the ball 32% from the floor. That's tough. Yeah, Tennessee is all defense. So Texas with 15 personal fouls total as a team. Courtney Ramey, even though he's been the best player today, he's got 3 personal fouls. So Ramey with 3. A lot of players with 2. Greg Brown, Jericho Sims, Kai Jones, Brock Cunningham, and Jace Fabrice all with 2 personal fouls. And then 1 each by Coleman and Royce Ham. For West Virginia, the foul trouble looks like this. 4 players with 2 fouls. Jalen Bridges, Derek Culver, Sean McNeil, and also on the benches, Endoy as well. And then 1 personal foul by Johnson. 12:40 left to go. West Virginia, jumper. Missed it off the mark. No good by McBride, and rebound to Texas. Texas has it here with Coleman. Coleman pushes it back out to the right corner shot fake. Kai Jones moves it off the cut to the hoop, and they will get called for the double dribble by Kai Jones. So that's going to be a turnover for Texas. Yellow Man, welcome to the stream here, out from Toronto right now in the building. 6 for 10 on this parlay here. Needs Texas to come through by 4. And he's also got Oklahoma. He's got Gonzaga and Virginia for those games today. 12:20 left to go. It's going to be West Virginia basketball. A big lead against West Virginia. Never comfortable. McNeil shot fake. Takes the 3 straight away as Texas left guarding him. Missed it though off the mark. Longhorns going to grab the board. Just over 12 minutes left to go here. At the right wing as Texas has the possession. Texas moves it out to Andrew Jones to the left wing. Jones, he is double-teamed, and now he's guarded on a one-on-one by Jalen Bridges. Andrew Jones here still moves it over to the top of the key. Texas dribble drive inside. Kai Jones pass into the key. Nice pass underneath, and missed the layup, though, off the turnaround. No good by Royce Ham. A rebound by McNeil. West Virginia right baseline. Moves it back outside. McNeil, jumper. Deep 2. Top of the free throw circle. Got it. With 11:35 left to go. 10-point game. So if you guys are just joining us, 11.5 left remaining in the great one. VCU taking the lead right there by 2 with a minute left remaining. Thanks so much for the update. We'll keep you guys posted. And now it's a tie game with just over 30 seconds left to go there. Thanks so much, Uncle Luke. Sweet dreams. Welcome to the stream here, bud. Yeah, I'll say the time every now and then. We get 11:15 left to go. Texas takes the jumper off the mark. No good. Rebound to West Virginia. So West Virginia going to have it back. Just over 11 left to go in this one. They take it inside. McBride. He's going to get fouled and goes to the line to shoot 2. Yeah, so in my opinion, I've got Tennessee out of the top 25 and also Wisconsin. So I've got those 2 teams dropping out. Even though Missouri lost against Georgia, I would put Missouri still in the top 25 there for this week. Just barely, probably at 25 for them. So 70-60 to score. We got 11:13 left to go in this one as we go on the timeout. Texas up by 10. So yeah, right now, if you guys are new in the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play basketball and behind your basketball. Still got 11:13 left to go in this game today. Leading scores for Texas look like this. Courtney Ramey, he has had a huge game. Perfect 5 for 5 from three-point range. He has got 22 points, leads the way for the Longhorns. 18 points by Matt Coleman in this one. He has a perfect 4 for 4 from 3. Texas as a team, 12 for 18 from the perimeter. West Virginia, leading scorer, 12 points by Derek Culver, along with 4 rebounds. And then 11 by Emmett Matthews. Maz McBride with 10 points off the bench. Taz Sherman with 10. So, Sweet Dreams just needs the points under 177. Needs Georgia to win for their game as well today. Welcome back, Raven, onto the stream once again. Who do you got, Florida or Georgia? I take Florida in that one. Even though Georgia's looking good lately. Florida's been inconsistent. Like, one game they lose, the next one they win. Really inconsistent all over the place. Illinois beating Minnesota now by 15, 48-33 at halftime. Illinois, they are on a roll. They seem like they're playing down to opponents at like the bottom of the conference, but against teams at the top of the conference here, Illinois just takes out all their energy and everything out on them, crushing Minnesota. Minnesota is the home team too. Minnesota, every single one of their games this season Minnesota's won has been all at home. They've yet to win a game on the road. So Minnesota, they've gone from being a top 25 team, now in jeopardy of potentially missing out on the tournament if they keep on losing games. And usually you see Desumu or Coburn leading the team at halftime. It's actually Trent Frazier for Illinois. He's got himself 13 points at the half. Quick scoreboard update. VCU George Mason heading into overtime, tied up at 67. The Atlantic 10 up for grabs. Wow. BYU all over Loyola Marymount, 66-36. Stanford up against Washington State, 19-15. LSU crushing Auburn, 40-23, and Florida State by 4 over Pittsburgh, 27-23. Florida still up at halftime against Georgia, 37-23. Hit me up in the chat who you're rooting for in this one. If you're going out for West Virginia, type in WVU. You can type in West Virginia, type in Mountaineers, whatever you like out in the chat. If you're going out for Texas, type in Texas, type in TEX, type in Longhorns, type in Hook'em out in the chat, whatever you like if you're rooting for Texas in this one. Appreciate it all for dropping them by here, guys. What a game. It ain't over till it's over. We got 11 minutes left to go. It's going to be West Virginia basketball down by 10. They pass it off. The cut right baseline. McNeil. Nice shot right there with a sweet looking touches. He hits it at the right baseline. Good for 2. Great cut by McNeil. They got to give him more touches here in the second half. Texas has it under 11 minutes left to go. Longhorns top of the key. Ball into the hands of Ramey. Moves it outside to Coleman. Coleman at the left wing. As he is guarded off of a double team now. Coleman has hit all his threes today. Passes left corner Ramey. As he takes the 3, misses his first one. He went in perfect 5 for 5 from 3-point range. 3-point shot in transition. West Virginia missed it. Tipped up in the air off the fingertips. It's going to be, though, a rebounding foul by Texas. So rebounding foul by Texas as the clock stops and under 11 left to go. Dakota going out for West Virginia. Brian taking West Virginia as well. Welcome back to McCrab here. Definitely going to check out my man John's stream for Off the Wall Hockey after this one today. For a little bit before my next one. Big Spice just looking for a good game here. Same with me, man. Love calling close games. Inbound coming up for West Virginia. They pass over to McNeil at the cut at the left baseline here. Favorite college team is Providence, and favorite NBA team is the Celtics for me. I'm from Massachusetts, by the way, myself. But they cover all different types of teams for college and NBA. West Virginia turned it over. It leads to a Texas alley-oop slam by Jericho Sims in transition. Watch out. Derek Culver right behind the defense. He gets fouled by Sims. Sims was the only one that got back in transition there as the clock will stop with 10:07. So 10 minutes and 7 seconds left to go. See here, going to take a look at the chat right now. Let's see here. Behind the Arc fan remembers when they said, who do I think out of all teams in the top 25 will miss the NCAA tournament? Everybody said Clemson. Yup, he was the only one who said Minnesota there. Now Minnesota is really in danger of doing so. They gotta win. They gotta win on the road. They haven't done so already. Thanks so much for the sub there, Chris. Appreciate it, man. Yep, so I'm a green teamer there. So I'm a Celtics fan. Who do I got there? Oklahoma versus Iowa State. Oklahoma all the way. Iowa State's yet to win a game this year in the conference, so I'll go Sooners there. West Virginia at the free throw line, and both of them good. It's an 8-point game. 10 minutes left to go even. Texas basketball, West Virginia, though, on a 9-2 run. Texas to the right baseline. Greg Brown feeds it inside. Ball into the hands of Ham. Moves it back out to the left wing to Ramey. Ramey dribbles, passes right corner back to the right wing. As that is Andrew Jones. The pass gets picked off. West Virginia comes up with a steal, 101. Goes to the bucket, missed the layup. A lot of contact, though, in Texas with a late foul call. So West Virginia going to head to the free throw line. It's going to be Emmett Matthews shooting 2 as the clock stops with 9:41. Do college games have fans? Some of the games have fans there. Texas Tech, when I've covered Texas Tech, they have had a bunch of fans at their game this season for Texas Tech. But it all depends on the teams, though. So some of the teams do, some of the teams don't. Lindsay, welcome to the stream here. Texas A&M fan. I believe you're the first Texas A&M fan on my channel. Appreciate it here for stopping by. We have all different types of fans here, no matter who you support on the stream here. I've actually never covered Texas A&M before. First free throw, West Virginia, as Emmett Matthews missed it. They're not having a great game at the free throw line, but it's not really bad either for West Virginia. They're 18 for 25 at the free throw line so far. They've gone to the line a bunch. That's why. 9:30 left to go. Texas basketball. Longhorns have it here at the left wing. They are double teamed with Coleman, looking to pass it off. He's going to give it up into the hands here of Jace Fabrice. Moves it out to Coleman once again. Passes left baseline over to Jericho Sims. Sims now dribbles one-on-one on Culver. Pass gets deflected. Stolen away as McNeil jumps the route. Picks it off for West Virginia. Mountaineers take a 3 transition. Got it. Oh boy. Big game. 9:08 left to go in the timeout taken by Shocker Smart here for Texas. They're down to 1 timeout left to go. West Virginia with 3 timeouts remaining. Holy smokes, you can never count out West Virginia. No matter how much you're up by, 15 at one point by Texas, and West Virginia has cut it to a 4-point game. We got 9:08 left to go. Still a lot of time remaining. What would I say here? Best college basketball arena? Good question there. Christian puts out. Very good question there. Because there's a lot of great ones or so. I'd probably go for like a team that's been dominant on the home court lately, like a Florida State or a Rutgers. The rack gets crazy with fans, but I'm actually a Providence fan here. Fans at the dunk, they get crazy too, but I'm thinking about like other teams or so. Of course, you got the big ones like the Blue Bloods and stuff, Cameron Indoor and Rupp, and those are always awesome too. 9 minutes left to go in this game now. It's going to be Texas basketball. It's going to be Texas had it, and they're going to turn it over. They had it around the perimeter, and the ref's going to call a foul on Texas here as Coleman went down, and Coleman not happy about that, so it's going to go right back to West Virginia. Raptors or Sixers tomorrow. I'm going to take the Sixers in that one. Under 9 minutes left to go here. West Virginia only down by 4. They move it out to the right baseline to Culver. Culver spin move, double team. Pass into the key off the fingertips, though, of Matthews and stolen away by Texas here. 2-on-1 transition. Texas puts it up, no good off the mark. They do get the offensive rebound, floats it up a second time. Missed the tip-in. Count it, though. That's good for 2 by Andrew Jones. 8:30 left to go. What a game. HWP, welcome in here, man, for dropping them by. If you guys are new in the channel, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Never count out West Virginia. Especially when you get under 10 minutes left to go, which we are now currently under. 8:10 left to go here. West Virginia has it. I got to cover them against Oklahoma State. They were down by 19. They came back. They won it. McNeil takes the 3, and he drills it. And it's a one-possession game. 74-71 with 8 minutes left to go. Thanks so much, Lindsay, for stopping by. First-timer here as we give Lindsay a big warm welcome on the stream. Texas takes it a distance. Good for 2. Down the lane. Matt Coleman puts it up in and off the backboard. What a game here. Buckets, buckets, buckets. We got a huge matchup here. Big 12 basketball at its finest. West Virginia has it. 7:30 left to go. McBride at the left wing perimeter. He is guarded by Coleman. Passes over to the left baseline. Matthews takes the jumper over for Brace, and he drills it. Good for 2. Emmett Matthews puts it back to a 3-point game. Texas going to have it back. Do I think Chicago going to make it to the playoffs there? Yes. I think Chicago's gonna be a sneaky team that's going to somehow make it to the 8 seed in the playoffs. Texas missed the shot. West Virginia pass right there with the outlet pass, though, off the fingertips as it gets stolen away by Texas. Texas has it back here. 7 minutes left to go. They dribble towards the left wing. Ball now into the hands of Matt Coleman. We've got 80-plus people in the chat. If you guys are new, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Coleman kicks it out outside here to Jones, and West Virginia personal foul going to stop the clock with their second personal foul here in the second half. Clock will stop with 6:49. What a game. Thanks so much for the update there, Uncle Luke. George Mason leading VCU with a minute and a half left to go in overtime, 71-69. So we go on a timeout right now. Wow. Massive game going on. 7 minutes left to go here, remaining. And this is a good one as we go on a timeout. West Virginia now with 5 players in double figures in this one. 14 by Emmett Matthews, 14 points by Derek Culver, 13 by McNeil. McNeil in the second half, he has got all 13 of his points in half number 2. And Miles McBride with 13 as well. 10 off the bench by Taz Sherman. For Texas, Courtney Ramey and Matt Coleman carrying the team today, and Jericho Sims right behind them. 3 players in double figures. Courtney Ramey started out perfect, 5 for 5 from 3. He is now 5 for 6. He's got 22, leads the way for the Longhorns. 20 points by Matt Coleman. He is a perfect 8 for 8 from the floor. 4 3-point shots made, and the other 4, he's just taking it to the bucket inside. Clear lanes with layups straight away. Jericho Sims with 14. What a game. And then other games going on currently for college basketball here. Florida looking good up against Georgia. 45-28 Florida with 16 minutes left to go. Stanford leading Washington State now 28-21. Illinois up at the halftime over Minnesota by 15, 48-33. BYU crushing Loyola Marymount 75-46 with 8 minutes left to go. LSU looking good up against Auburn, 45-30. Florida State up against Pittsburgh, 36-31. Yeah, Texas a 2.5-point favorite, and some people, yeah, right now, especially if you put some stuff on this game. For sure, man. They were trying to sweat it out, especially knowing the history this season of what West Virginia has done. Multiple double-digit come-from-behind victories. They came from behind, down by 12 against Texas Tech. They won. Came down from 19, trailing against Oklahoma State with 12 minutes left to go. Came back and won. And now it's a 3-point game with about 7 minutes left to go. Huge game going on. If you guys are new in the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well if you like to be notified as well here on Behind Your Basketball. Whoever you root for, though, make sure to be respectful to other teams here. So make sure to be respectful no matter who you root for. We have all different types of sports fans on the stream here, by the way. Yep, Hammer Saints knew that West Virginia would make it interesting, and indeed right now. Feel free to come back later today. I'll be covering 2 more games. Louisville against North Carolina, 6 o'clock Eastern time, and then Lakers versus Heat later tonight. Thanks so much for the sub, Lindsay. Really appreciate it there. Hit me up in the chat who you're rooting for. We got 90-plus people watching if you're going out for West Virginia or going out for Texas here. Make sure to hit me up in the chat. We got 6:46 left to go. So it's going to be around the perimeter. Was Texas ball, and they get called for the turnover around the perimeter. So it's going to be West Virginia's. They're going to get it back. Yeah, Jericho Sims lost it out of bounds. He was double-teamed. Great defense there by West Virginia. So West Virginia has it back here. They're going to take a left corner jumper off the mark. Offensive rebound, though, keeps alive. They kick it back outside. McBride, shot fake, clear space, takes the 3. Boom! Triple tie game. 76-76 with 6:20 left to go. What a game here. They were down by 19 points at one point. 6:15 remaining. Texas basketball. Welcome to the stream here. Mitchell going out for Texas. Sue taking West Virginia here. Austin looking for UNC in that one later today. George Mason by 2 in overtime with just over 15 seconds left to go. What a game we got it here with 6:10 left to go. Big triple by McBride. So Texas going to have this ball here on the inbound. They pass over left corner perimeter. Matt Coleman dribbles top of the key. He's open. Takes the three over McBride. Missed it. That's his first miss from three-point range today. Rebound West Virginia. Mountaineers get hot late here. No lead is comfortable against them. Top of the key. McBride takes the three. Missed it off the mark. Rebound back to Texas. Longhorns have it here with under 6 left to go. Texas has this ball past half court with Andrew Jones. Jones dribbles towards his left. He gets around McBride, goes inside, floats it up, off the mark, no good. Rebound by McBride for West Virginia. Mountaineers going to have it. 5:30 left to go. Passes to the left corner. Ball's deflected. Ball's on the ground. West Virginia, though, dives out, gets it to keep it alive. Mountaineers still have it here. 5:20 left to go. They're going to set it up, puts the ball into the hands of McBride right now. 15 on the shot clock. West Virginia with the possession. McBride dribbles towards the right wing. Passes out to the left wing here to Sherman. Sherman guarded one-on-one by Kai Jones inside. Passes underneath, and West Virginia's going to get fouled. Personal foul picked up by Andrew Jones right now for Texas. It's going to send the Mountaineers to the line shooting 2. The clock will stop with 5:09 remaining. What a game here. Appreciate it all for dropping them by, being a part here. Out on the stream right now. Incredible game. So 2 free throws going to go at the line here by Gabe Ajaboyan for West Virginia. First free throw coming up to see if he can break the tie. He missed it, though. So first one a miss by Ajaboyan at the line. A lot of West Virginia fans out here as well. Mark, welcome back on the stream. What a comeback. It's been like this all season long for West Virginia. Ajaboyan missed the second one. A lot of free throws today at the line by West Virginia. They are currently 18 for 26 at the charity stripe. Texas gets the rebounds. And refs are going to call here away from the ball. Jalen Bridges is going to pick up a personal foul. I predicted West Virginia in this one. But I predicted West Virginia 81-79. But with a high-scoring first half, it's probably going to be over that. I had said it's probably going to trend more like an 89-86 final, maybe even to the 90s right now. You're looking at it. Something like something crazy like the West Virginia-Oklahoma score. Like something maybe close to that, like 93-90. Texas, jumper, no good. They missed the 3. They get the offensive rebound. 5 minutes left to go. And West Virginia going to pick up another foul here and a reach in the key. Clock will stop with 4:56. So that's the 6th personal by the Mountaineers. And also, yeah, I'm going to update right now because Texas got 8 personal fouls. So West Virginia, next time they go to the line there in the bonus. Texas gets the inbounds. They have it at the left elbow, moves it back around the perimeter. And got stripped to the basketball. Andrew Jones lost the dribble. Here's West Virginia with a steal. They kick it back out wide. McBride, right baseline dribble, goes inside. Missed it off the mark, but they do get the offensive rebounds. West Virginia, pro hop, shot fake. Puts it up, fouled. Taz Sherman going to go to the free throw line, coming up shooting 2 for the Mountaineers. What's good, Taftinator? Welcome to the stream here. You got 500 on West Virginia on the money line. For plus 425 when they were down by 8 in this one. And great comeback. Fun game for sure going down right now. West Virginia, 2 free throws by Taz Sherman. He's got 10 from the bench in this one. First one is good. And West Virginia has broken the tie. And they've got the lead. What a game. Down by 19. And they have the lead. Second free throw coming up here by Sherman. What a game. Never can count out this team. 3 lead changes, 3 ties, and Texas by 19 at one point. But West Virginia on top right now. Both of the free throws good by Sherman at the line. 78-76. 4:35 left to go in a massive matchup here. Texas with the basketball. They have it at the right wing with Matt Coleman. Coleman moves it over to Ramey. Passes left baseline. The lost control of the basketball on the ground. It's a turnover by Kai Jones. West Virginia comes up with a steal. They double team Jones to the left baseline. Mountaineers have it. 9 second half turnovers here by Texas. They have turned it over for a total amount of times for 14 in this one. West Virginia with only 7 total turnovers. Mountaineers with McNeil. McNeil on the one-on-one. Moves it out to the top of the key to McBride. McBride, top of the free throw circle. Back outside. Ajaboyne, shot fake. Goes inside. So he's got one player here. Moves it back out. McNeil, he's open. Takes the 3. Fade away. Off the mark, he gets fouled. That's going to be 3. At the line by Sean McNeil. As a personal foul gets picked up here by Texas, the clock will stop with 3:54 left to go. It's going to send West Virginia now in a double bonus. So when we get back after the timeout, it's going to be 3 coming up by McNeil at the line, and he only had 1 touch in the first half here. In the second half, it's been different, though, as McNeil, he's got all 13 of his points in the second half as we go into timeout. Thanks so much, Sue. Really appreciate it here for finding my stream. You guys are awesome for dropping them by. I cover college basketball games, also NBA games here as well. By the way, if you guys didn't know, I'm from Massachusetts, so my college team, if you guys didn't know, it's probably not going to make the tournament. My favorite team, though, for college is Providence. I'm a Celtics fan for the NBA, huge New England sports fan, but I cover all different types of teams here for college basketball and NBA. Hey, Vicky, welcome to the stream here. Really appreciate it for dropping them by here. You guys are awesome. The foul was picked up by Greg Brown. So Greg Brown committed a foul around the perimeter. McNeil's going to go to the line, shoot 2. Yeah, if VCU loses that game, man, the A-10 is destroying themselves. Illinois looking good out from the Big Ten right now. 61-39 over Minnesota. Florida by 11 over Georgia with 12.5 minutes left to go there. 48-37 on the timeout currently here. Stanford up by 1 at halftime against Washington State. 28-27. Florida State looking good. Only up by 6, though. Thought they'd be up by more against Pittsburgh. 39-33. Florida State leading Pitt at the half. LSU looking good, put up 50 on the board against Auburn at halftime, 50-34. LSU by 16 at halftime. Richmond over Duquesne, 24-11. Josh, welcome to the stream here. Appreciate it, man, for dropping them by. Alabama getting out the victory today here. He's liking the roll tide out here. Welcome to the stream here, bud. I remember a month ago when Alabama was just torching everybody. What a game. What a game. Down by 19. The second time for the season that West Virginia has come from down by 19 to come back. We take a look at leading scores in this game tonight. Miles McBride. He has been takeover second half. Like all these comeback games. He's got 16. He is low-key underrated point guard. That he wasn't even listed on... I think they listed like the top 30 for the players in the running for National Player of the Year candidates. And Derek Culver, he was listed, but Miles McBride wasn't. And McBride is low-key underrated point guard. He has been awesome this season for the Mountaineers. 16 points for him today along with 4 assists. 14 points by Derek Culver. 14 points by Emmett Matthews. 13 by Sean McNeil. He's going to see if he can add 3 more to his total here at the line. 12 by Taz Sherman off the bench. For Texas, leading the way, Courtney Ramey, Matt Coleman, and a huge first half. Second half, though, they came back to earth. 22 by Ramey and 20 by Coleman. Jericho Sims with 14. George Mason looking for the upset there against VCU. Wow. Yeah, Illinois destroyed Minnesota by 22. Thanks so much for the update there, Luke. So we're going to get right back into action here. Right out of the timeout just a moment. First free throw, McNeil gets it. He's going to be shooting 3 at the line because Greg Brown picked up the perimeter fall while McNeil was in his shooting motion. Second free throw, McNeil gets it. Third free throw, hits all 3, drills it. West Virginia by 5 in Texas basketball with 3:50 left to go. If you guys are new in the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's go, everybody. Texas takes the 3 straight away, drills it. Big triple by Ramey. His 6th of the game. It's a 2-point game. This coming down to the final possession, most likely. 3:30 left to go on the clock right now. West Virginia ball. Top of the key with McBride. Dribbles towards his right as he is guarded by Coleman. I agree. Florida State's underrated. I've got them in my Final Four right now. Passes over left corner, 3 in the air. West Virginia missed it. And ball's in the ground. Fight for the basketball. Still on the ground. Texas going to pick up after that pile on the ground there, the ball. So Texas gets the defensive board. Longhorns with 3:10 left to go. At the left wing, Courtney Ramey, guarded by McNeil. The pick gets set by Sims. Ramey moves it over to the right, over to Coleman. Coleman dribbles now at the right wing. He is double-teamed. Bounce pass over to Ramey. Deep three from the parking lot. Got it. Holy smokes right there. Courtney Ramey as Texas takes the lead. 2:50 left to go. Longhorns by 1. West Virginia has it. 7 made threes in this game by Courtney Ramey for Texas. That is a career high. West Virginia now with the basketball. McBride gives it over to McNeil here. At the right wing perimeter. Bounce pass now to Sherman at the right elbow. Sherman dribbles, goes inside, shot fake, puts it up, and he gets fouled. Personal foul picked by Courtney Ramey. And that's going to be his 4th, I believe, right now. So the clock will stop with 2:27. Yeah, that's going to be his 4th personal by Courtney Ramey. 2:27 left to go. What a game. Abdul, welcome to the stream here, but appreciate, man, for stopping by. I didn't catch Alabama today. Didn't see that game, but I saw the box score of that one right there. Courtney Ramey, career high, 28 points. And sit down 7 3-point shots. So West Virginia going to the free throw line here. Shooting 2, part of the double bonus. Way too many fouls by Texas. It's been the problem all season long for them. They lost the game against Oklahoma because they picked up 29 total personal fouls. And today they've got 24. 24 fouls by Texas, only 14 by West Virginia. Taz Sherman, he's a perfect 4 for 4 at the free throw line. He's going to be shooting 2. First one. Got it. Tie game. 82-82. Yeah, Texas not really on a scoring drought because Ramey hit a 3 couple possessions ago. Second one is good. I'm not sure the exact time. Ramey actually fouled out, so that was okay. So that's his 5th. So ESPN had it as 4. Now they moved it over to 5. So Courtney Ramey has fouled out. So that's massive loss right there for Texas. So he has fouled out. He just picked up his 5th personal. Texas takes the 3, missed it. West Virginia comes out with a defensive board. What a game. 2 minutes even. West Virginia with the basketball, going to take it past half court. McBride, guarded top of the key by Coleman. What a game. Welcome back here, Vaughn, for an incredible game. Minute 50 remaining. 1-point lead by West Virginia. They were down by 19. And Texas picks up a reach and foul. Matt Coleman gets called for the personal foul. That's the 25th total personal foul tonight by Texas. 3rd personal foul picked by Coleman. Right now, the foul trouble looks like this. Ramey has fouled out. McBride's going to go to the line, shooting a double bonus for 2 for West Virginia. After this one, Louisville, North Carolina, and then Lakers against Heat later tonight. So 2 more streams after this. If you guys enjoy this channel, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I cover college basketball games, also NBA games here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Louisville against UNC after this one. And then Lakers versus Heat later tonight. Tomorrow, Michigan against Ohio State. Celtics versus Pelicans. Those are the upcoming streams in my schedule. Second one, good by McBride. Went 1 for 2 that trip. West Virginia by 2. Yeah, ABC definitely, man, been putting on good games as of late. Besides Kansas versus Iowa State last week. But the week before, Oklahoma State, Texas, man, that was like the game of the year there. This one could very well possibly beat that. We will see. It goes into double OTs or plus. Texas pushes it out. Right corner 3. Greg Brown. No good. It was halfway there. Rattled out. Rebound West Virginia with 1:20 left to go. Mountaineers going to slow it down to get the basketball. Still with 3 timeouts. Texas with 1 timeout. Greg Brown, by the way, he is scoreless. And West Virginia going to take a timeout. 1:16 left to go. Mountaineers down to 2 timeouts now as they take one. They're in a double bonus with Texas. Over 10 personal fouls in the second half. West Virginia with 6 personal fouls currently in this one. So 6 personal fouls in the second half for West Virginia. 10 by Texas. It's going to be West Virginia ball coming up out of the timeout. So right now we're just in the timeout. If you guys are new in the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Over 130 people watching the stream. Hit me up in the chat who you're rooting for here. If you're going out for West Virginia, type in West Virginia, type in WVU. You can type in Mountaineers. If you're going out for Texas, type in Texas, or you can type in TEX or Hook'em or Longhorns. Whatever you like here, feel free to let me know down in the chat who you're rooting for. Kyle, welcome in here on the stream. He's going out for West Virginia in this one. A lot of Mountaineers fans out here for this game today. Huge game. And this is nothing new this season for the Mountaineers. Nothing new that they have come from behind by double digits. Down by 19. Same exact point total. They trailed against Oklahoma State. They were down by 19. They won that one. Down by 19 here. And they got the lead. 1:15 left to go. It's going to be West Virginia basketball. West Virginia gets the inbound. McBride. He's guarded by Coleman at the top of the key. Coleman now with 3 personal fouls. McBride dribbles towards his right. 1:03 left to go. Dribbles with 6 in the shot clock. Double team. McBride passes out to the right wing. Sherman. 3 in the shot clock. Sherman takes the 3. It's up. And air ball. Goes out of bounds. Air ball by West Virginia by Taz Sherman. Shot clock runs down. It's going to be Texas ball. 55 seconds left to go. What a game indeed, Sly. Welcome to the stream here. Justin, welcome aboard, going out for West Virginia. Welcome in Jonathan and Emery out on the stream here. 55 seconds left to go. Texas gets the inbound. They're going to take a pass half court with Coleman. Coleman now with 50 seconds. He dribbles towards the left wing here. Coleman dribbles. Drives inside, passes right baseline. 40 seconds left to go. Texas has it. Inside double team, gives it over. Lost control of it. Turnover. Turnover out of bounds by Texas right there by Kai Jones. He had to cut to the basket, off his fingertips, off the cut. Lost it at the baseline and went out of bounds. He had it for 2. Would have tied it up. West Virginia will get the ball right back right now. What a game. Welcome in on the stream here. Jared Parker, welcome to the stream. 36 seconds remaining. Unbelievable game. It's going to be West Virginia ball. 10 total turnovers in the second half by Texas. Before you sign off, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell if you'd like to be notified for future play-by-play live streams that I cover. I cover college basketball games, also NBA games on the channel. West Virginia has in their backcourt McBride. Bounce pass over to Sherman here, going to take a pass half court. As he will move it out to the left wing perimeter. Matthews gives it over left baseline, ball into the hands of Bridges. 24 seconds left to go. West Virginia has it. 5-second differential shot clock and game clock. Shot clock down to 12 seconds. Game clock down to 17 seconds. West Virginia. Top of the key, McNeil. McNeil has it 1-on-1. Guarded. Always stripped to the ball. Texas with a steal. 10 seconds left to go, and McNeil gives the personal foul. And Texas will head to the line with 9.5 seconds left to go. What a game. Texas in the bonus. 1-1. Coming up at the free throw line by the Longhorns, it's going to be Matt Coleman shooting in the 1-1 bonus. Sean McNeil got stripped to the ball at the top of the key, and Coleman will go to the line with 9.5 seconds left to go. What a game. Let's go here, everybody. Appreciate it all for dropping them by. You guys are the real MVPs out on this stream today. I'll be covering later today Duke against Louisville against UNC. And then after that one, Lakers against Heat later today. So 2 other streams tomorrow, Michigan, Ohio State, Celtics, Pelicans. The free throw, Coleman missed it. McNeil tries to save it, but goes out of bounds with it. He had it on the rebound, but McNeil lost it. And Texas going to have another chance at it. 6.8 seconds left to go. And a timeout taken by Texas. Texas will take their final timeout with 6.8 seconds left remaining. So Texas out of timeouts. West Virginia still got 2 timeouts left to go. What a game. Amazing game here, everybody. You guys are awesome here. Real MVPs out on the stream. McNeil had that one. He had it, man. Just so close. 6.8 seconds left remaining. An incredible matchup. We're going to stay here. 2 timeouts for West Virginia. They've got 7 personal fouls here in the second half. Texas with 10 personal fouls in the second half. They are out of timeouts for the Longhorns. So Texas will get the inbound underneath their hoop coming up here with 6.8 seconds left to go. And indeed, a nail-biter. Massive matchup. Appreciate it all. 145 out here on the stream today. Yeah, man. Multiple come-from-behind victories this season for West Virginia, man. They just turned it on. Final like 10 minutes left to go. Between that 10 to 12 minute mark remaining second half, they just turned it up. They were down by 19 at one point. Welcome to the stream, Carly. Appreciate it for dropping by here. What a game. 6.8 seconds left to go. They're on the timeout, Carly. They're going to break the timeout right now, and Texas will get the inbound coming up in just a moment. 6.8 seconds left remaining. West Virginia still got 2 timeouts left to go. He has been good streams, man, lately. Great streams, a whole lot of fun, great games. Texas will get an inbound underneath. Right underneath their hoop here, 6.8 seconds left to go. The Longhorns going to have Andrew Jones be the inbound passer. Jones pass over to Coleman. He's open at the right wing. Instead, he's going to dribble top of the key. Pass over to Jones. Takes the 3. It's up. No good. Rolled around the rim. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by West Virginia. There's no time on the clock, but I think they're going to put back a little bit of time. They're going to put back a little bit of time. Andrew Jones was the one who hit the game winner for Texas back in early January, and he missed the 3. It rolled around the rim and out. So it's going to be official review to put back time on the clock. I think West Virginia tipped it out of bounds, and we're looking at somewhere between 0.4, 0.3 left to go, I think. I'll give you guys the final call on that one. West Virginia, let's see, they tipped it out of bounds. 0.3, 0.2. They tipped it out of bounds. I believe it's either going to be 0.3 or 0.2 when it hit the ground. So this is going to be Texas basketball with barely any time. And if you guys think that Texas already lost here, it's not. It's still possible. It's still possible that Texas can get this bucket. Look at Stanford when they beat UCLA. Look at that game on the final inbound. Stanford won it. Andrew Jones had the look and just missed it. Rolled around the rim and out. And that's going to be either 0.2 or 0.3 they put back on the clock, I believe. So the refs are going to put back 0.3. So we got 0.3 left to go. It has been finalized. The refs are going to put back 0.3 in the clock. Texas will get the inbound coming up right underneath their hoop. So if you guys do not think it's possible to get a bucket here with 0.3 left to go, it is possible. Stanford was able to beat UCLA with a game-winning shot with under 0.5 of a second left to go. We got 0.3 of a second remaining here. Texas will get the inbound underneath. The inbound passer will be Matt Coleman. Here we go for Texas to set it into overtime. We'll see if they can do so. If you guys are new, spike the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let's go. Incredible game. Texas going to get the inbound coming up in just a moment. West Virginia still with 2 timeouts. We'll see if they want to take one. Matt Coleman going to be the inbound passer. Here we go, and West Virginia will take the timeout. So we're not going to have the inbound pass just yet. West Virginia had 2 timeouts in their pocket, and they used 1. So Huggins down to 1 timeout left to go. Texas out of all their timeouts. 0 timeouts left to go for Texas. What a game here, guys. Really appreciate it all for dropping them by. We're going to be back later today. Louisville against UNC at 6 o'clock Eastern time, covering play-by-play. Also going to have Lakers versus Heat later tonight, so make sure to be a part of my streams if you guys would like to come back for future live streams here. I cover play-by-play of college basketball games, also NBA games here as well on Behind the Arc Basketball. What a game. Hit me up in the chat who you're a fan of out here. If you're going for West Virginia or going for Texas. It's going to be Texas basketball with 0.3 of a second left to go. 0.3 seconds remaining as they are going to get the inbounds. With West Virginia down to 1 timeout. If they choose to take it or not, they just took one though. Monster game. This is for 4th place in the Big 12. Inbound going to come up here. Matt Coleman going to be the inbound passer. Coleman going to be the inbound passer underneath here. As Texas looking to inbound with 0.3 seconds left to go. Here we go. The ref will give the ball to Coleman. Coleman looking to pass it. Let's see what they do. Somebody's going to have to cut here. Floats it up over the top. They put it up. No good. Hit the rim short. Denied. The lob over the top to Jericho Sims. Missed as it hit the rim short. This game is gone final. From 19 down, West Virginia comes from behind. They have done it again. This is not new. They get another victory from 19 down, and they do it today. And oh my, what a game. Incredible matchup here. What a game here, folks. Wow. Holy smokes, what a stream. Over 180 people out in the chat watching this one today. Let's go here, everybody. Wow. Massive, massive game here. Oh, man. If you guys are new in the channel here, before you sign off, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well here as I cover play-by-play basketball and behind your basketball. Oh, my goodness. Man. Without Oscar Tshiebwe, this offense, they're just so electric this year for the Mountaineers. And watch out. If you're a tournament team taking on West Virginia with around 12 to 10 minutes remaining in the second half, no lead is comfortable against this team. And they showed it again today here. Oklahoma State just did not give the cue cards over to Texas for this one. That Oklahoma State was up by 19, blew it. Texas up by 19. They lost today. Second time this season, West Virginia has trailed by 19. And they come from behind and win. Wow. Unbelievable. Massive stream here. So I'm going to sign off right now for you guys. We're going to be back in around 45 minutes from now. UNC taking on Louisville for the play-by-play. Before I do sign off, going to thank out the members here for the stream. Appreciate it all for dropping them by. If you would like to become a channel member, it's as low as $1.99 per month to do so. We got 9 channel members out here already supporting my streams, being a member here on these streams. We got Jack, Jason, Aaron, Edwin, the sports expert, Warren, Robert, James H, and made by Aiden here. So as low as $1.99, if anybody's interested, you can get a special shout out and be added to my member list here at the end of my live streams. Gonna wrap it up here. I'll be back 2 more streams later today. UNC against Louisville back at 6 o'clock Eastern time, and then the Heat versus Lakers later tonight for the NBA. Thanks so much all for stopping by as this is Behind Your Basketball wrapping up here, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday, everybody.